All right, too to see y'all, Granville, he got on his soldier shirt. How the pillars? Still got the pillars over there? That's why I appreciate everybody. Cam, they said I missed a couple of them last night. Chanel, I apologize. I missed you last night. And Lemonhead and Rachel, they said I missed them last night. I looking for Deuce and Alicia. She said she wasn't feeling good. She feel better today. There's a little stuff going around here. Y'all got to take care of yourself now. One way to make sure you do it is make sure you're living right. He said, I'll take sickness from among you. Let's be honest now. All these things coming on for a reason. And I ain't trying to say that. He said, I'm saying it. I said, he said, take it from among you. You still got it? All right. I'm just trying to help y'all out now. We got to start getting serious about the way if you're going to do it. We did a lot of messing around. I appreciate Yahuah, how he's maturing us more and more in our lesson. And we go through and we start to look through the bar. He allowing us to get a little more better. He's allowing us to get, better explanation. Isn't that right? Get a more clarity.
Right.
But it's up to us to make sure we take it, then we maintain two works. You know, to take it in and listen to it and don't make the changes. And then I said, change my ways. That's the thing you got to be willing to do though when you hear. That's the whole purpose of the comment, teach you how to change your ways. Y'all know that? That's what he came to do to Adam, show him how to change your ways. Isn't that right? He thought it was all right with them leaves. He said, now you got to change your ways. Made him something more appropriate, didn't it? Change your ways, man. That's all you're trying to get us to do is change our ways. A lot of times, you know, we kind of been doing things for so long period of time. Sometimes it's hard to see adjustment, but we're going to be making some, though. Yahuah will be our help. We're going to do it. Oh, y'all don't say it. We're going to do them. We ain't got no choice. This thing getting late. A lot of people ain't going to make it. They just had, there was a I posted it yesterday with what, 49 people? They were killed. They were Botswana. I got to go to Botswana. They were going somewhere, traveling to another part of Kibelon, Africa, for Easter Day. All of them got killed except for one little girl, 8 years old. Yeah. They're going to celebrate Easter. Joe Biden just come out today and told the folks they're going to declare it a National Lesbian Day. It makes sense. LGBT Day. It makes sense. I mean, it didn't bother me one time. I don't know. Easter ain't got nothing to do with nothing anyway. You might well give it to them. I knew they had another joint that gave them colored eggs. I knew they had a joint. It fit them. He told that National Homosexual Day. Yeah. So all of them go out there Sunday, enjoy yourself. You homosexual. Yeah. You and your kid homosexual. Yeah. Trying to get them homosexual egg. Yeah. Ain't that right? I don't know what's wrong with that stuff. Them folks, I mean, what? You know how we argue for years. A rabbit can't lay no egg. I don't know how. They say a man can have a baby. A man can be a wife. It all makes sense. See, it ain't never one thing. They don't play it all them years. There you go, trying to take something, make something out of that. It's for the kids. I know. I know. They finna play them kids too. You homosexual, your kid homosexual. All your kid out there, how you just took their little Jesus Day? These folks don't respect that. Then they mad at Trump. Trump done put a wrote his own little verse, some little verse from the Bible. How they gonna get, the man just changed he done changed the day your Jesus got up. And named the National Homosexual Day. They all them hypocrites. They all hypocrites. Folks hypocrites. I appreciate Yahuah so much. He makes so much sense for what he do. He just show you know what, we get mad. What kind of stuff it is? What you get mad for? They said it was a rabbit laid an egg. They been lying the whole time. What one more lie gonna hurt at this point? It's always been a lie. They gave them colorful egg for a reason. It's spring color. I know, you sprung right into it too. You spring right into action. They make a fool out of you every time. You gotta keep your eyes on these people. I told you, it's always an agenda. They've been playing you so long. Most of our people not smart enough to see you get played. We'll try to move on. Last night I did too much talking. I told him, I said, boy, I did way too much talking last night. Way too much, dealing with stuff. I like to come in here and really just talk about the book and just kind of keep moving on a lot of ends and keep going. Because it's stuff that, you know, you could tell people about it, but the thing of the matter is, a lot of y'all not them people to where you going to make the necessary change. I don't want to put too much on you. When, you know, because I'm one of those people, if I know, that's what I'm going to do. I ain't like, you know, the average person. I know it, but it don't make no bit different. I know I'm that proactive guy. I'm always, my mind always turning on how I'm going to get ahead of it before. I'm not that guy. I want to get down and here go the problem. I see the problem, I really go ahead and get in the head of it. It don't make sense to catch it later. Let me go ahead and be ready, you know, to solve that and get it out of the way. You know, a lot of y'all kind of procrastinate. You procrastinate your salvation. I've been there. you procrastinate so much you don't know when to become more proactive about it, and start to try to move through like Abraham did. The thing about he was, the book say be instant in season, out of season. The book say he moved with Yahuah. He didn't, I'm trying to get my head together. No, Abraham just go ahead, he moved. Because if Yahuah give you direction, it's for a reason. And for you not to do it, it's dangerous. A lot of y'all, you're a prayer warrior and it hurts you because you start praying when you should be fighting. And sometimes you fight, you need to be praying. So it's real important to understand, the cadence that he gives. You know what I'm saying? So you know how to move. I told you, I'm big on navigating. You gotta know how to navigate. Especially water, the water represents people. You gotta know how to move among people. That's what Yahushua learned how to do. You gotta know how to move. That's why he knew how to get in and get out. A lot of times y'all get in too far. You're in too deep. You're in too deep emotionally. You're in too deep mentally. It's just too many things you got going, and it'll hinder your progress. So it's a lot of things you really have to sit down and you have to look at and see why. Why is Yahuah taking all these people down? Because the only reason they falling down, and I'll be honest, perfect. I'm apologize on behalf of the way of y'all, T.D. Jakes, Jeffrey Epstein, all these people y'all love, J-Lo. It is our fault. It really is, because my people lust at you more than anybody. My people want to be like y'all more than anybody. And Yahuah had to take down all the gods of the nation. Those people were doing a good work. I ain't saying right, they were doing a good work. They'd have been good had you kept your eyes off of them. Right. Had we not lusted after them, had we not desired those people, they wouldn't have failed. They wouldn't have failed. I ain't saying they would have been saved now. Right. Somebody heard what they want to hear. Right. See, because you hear what you want to hear. You make these people fall. He look at it, man, he jealous. I got to take him down. These your gods. You lust after these people. You desire these people's lifestyle. And you didn't know. And it's really my fault. My fault. Because had I told y'all not to put y'all eyes on them, had I just said stuff like, and it's my fault. Like, you don't know how people get what they got. You just assume. And it's my fault as a leader. Because a good leader would have told y'all that. He wouldn't have just tried to tell you. That's why I won't tell y'all to do that now, because a good leader would have told y'all that earlier. He already foresaw that, the fall of these people. Tell you when you see people with stuff, you don't know how they got it. Right. But that's on me as a leader. And I'm big enough to, admit when I'm wrong. When you gonna do it? That's how many people fall. I seen it. I seen people fall like that because you put your affection on them. Why do you think he told you to set your affection not on things and not on? So you did it. We did it. We all guilty of it. Sean could have stood. Those people didn't make him fall. None of them people made him fall. We did. Because we desired. We lusted. We said what we'd have done if it had been us. Why couldn't it be us? He had to take them down and show you why it couldn't be you. I purposely designated for you not to be you. Let me tell you something. A lot of career moves, a lot of stuff I really wanted to do. I would have liked to have done, but he made it fall. Because he knew I'd have taken, I'd have made it a God. I'd have made it my own Elohim. You would have. People do it all the time. People say they don't. It's just like the sport. They say you don't really, what they tell you you're going to do if you're going to be in it, if you're going to actually be famous being it, you have to eat it, sleep it, you have to think it. Yeah, if you take your mind off of it, it can't be yours. You got to do it. See, they absorb themselves with it. It's amazing, because Yahuah, for some reason, I don't know, I guess he been watching how people say that. He been talking about like giving him all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. He talk about you thinking on him when you lay down and getting up. Y'all ever heard that? People tell you, if you really make it, they say the difference between people making it. See, it'll be people say they want to do it. They say, no, you have to eat it and sleep it. You have to keep saying it. You have to, till you can envision yourself doing it. And that's what we were. We put ourselves out there. That take a lot of you. And so what happened, because they put that idolization out of doing it, how you become to be, it hurts you, because it takes away. So now when you get put in a compromising position, it's more easier. Because you put a lot into it to do this, and this your big break. You can't let nothing stop you. This your big break. This your one-time shot. Like when people went to the Apollo. See, they always had you sell like American. What are the Americans? You know the people up there, and why they down? They want to be the person America idolized. Where did they get that idea from? From other idols. He told you all the Elohims, other nations. America told you in your face, this is America's idol. You know what they call the people sometimes when they reach certain pinnacles in those fields, acting in icons. You know you are an icon. You're an idol. People adore you. People worship you. People put your poster on their walls. People buy shirts and things with your name on them. People get tattooed with you on them because they love you. You got to be real. You got to be real careful about what you get into and how you look at things. You really have to do, because it'll pull you away. That's why he wouldn't let you do a lot of things. Me and you, he didn't let us do it. It'll pull you away. He told us, you know, we said, oh, not me, not me. And of course, Mr. Yahuah is known for making mistakes, my boss, where he don't, you know, sometimes he like be not quite on it, because you should have made it, because you'd have been different. They believe he do. That's why I told them. He let me tell them what they wanted to hear. They said, preacher, right. None of them with their mouth. It's in their heart. Yeah, you do. Because there's some other thing. It's some things that, come on, we ain't never said that. Some things should have went another way. Because he make mistakes. Sometimes, you know, it's some things it would have been better had you gone and done. Just like our forefathers said when they came out from Mizraim. Isn't this what we had told you to let us alone? For it had been better for us to stay in Mizraim. Oh yeah, we the same kids our fathers. We hadn't changed. We hadn't changed. That's the purpose of the conversation. See, coming into the realization of where you at. If you're gonna get better, if you're gonna grow, first thing you do, let's admit where you at. Right. And you hadn't. We hadn't been honest. We had not been all the way honest with him. And we just said, well, I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna go on from here. You can't make it from him to a bad spot. You gotta get in a good spot first. In order to get, you gotta get in a good spot. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. That's just being honest. Look at when they came out Mizraim. You saw they went straight to Elohim. You gotta get in a good place first. You gotta be removed from these people. These people don't realize that. They had to try to hit him. He had to remove them away. Even before, as soon as they got there, he came down and embraced them. He made them wash their clothes and set aside for 3 Yamim. I want you to be Kodash before I come down. Let me be honest with y'all. We're not where we need to be. You're not where you need to be. There's a lot of things that you betting on. I said betting on, well, betting be good enough. You chancing. When you're dealing with this, you can't chance, you gotta know. We gotta get away from notions and intuitions. And we gotta get the facts. We gotta get to logics. We gotta get to practicality. Those are things he wants to deal with. Those are actual. So a lot of things we've been dealing with are just kind of notions and hunches. And that doesn't work for people Elohim. That's why he gave us so much. You think that's a lot of information. Why don't you just tell us plainly? I need you to know in depth. When you deal with Elohim, it's stuff that like heights and depths and width. He has a lot of equations, weights, you know what I'm saying, heights, depths, all that width. That's why he told Abraham to go. He doesn't want you to just measure out the span of the land. Isn't that right? He wants you to always, because he wants you, a lot of stuff you might look, like when scientists come out, even though, you know, I don't agree with all the equations. Matter of fact, let's see, what is an equation? How about that? I learned it. Some people I know y'all already know, so let the rest of us learn too. That'll be okay. Before we do that, let's do that. I don't want to hold y'all up there because y'all want to come see too, ain't it? Do y'all? All right, let them sign the katos. You can put it up, no, you can leave it up there, we'll get it. Let's learn together. All right, they're going to get ready to sign the katos around. All right, those that are able. Most Kudash Abba, the separated Father, we say Hadu, which is thanks, and the Tudah, which is the thanksgiving. The Kabul, the glory, and the Kabah down unto Yashem Yahuah, which is the existing one, Elohim, the supreme ruler, who is Al Shaddai, which is the most powerful, who is Abir, who is strong. We call upon Yashem, which is call upon your name, for no other Azra we know, which is an aid or a help. Through Yahushua, who is your salvation, the Mashiach, the anointed one, who is Gadal, who is great.
for all that you render in sparing us and allowing us to assemble ourselves to be limited of you, which is shown how. We allow that you will allow it to be explained unto us, which is made clear, that we might receive the binah, the understanding, the da'ath, the knowledge, the kagma, the skill, that we might be sealed with the Ruach HaKadosh, which some have kara, which is called unto you for, but you have not granted. We seek you through your kitavim, which are your writings, which if a man do, he should even ka'iba, which is live. Hadu, which is thanks, for the kasid, which is the favor, and the rekam, which is the undeserved mercies, that you granted unto an arm, which is a people, that have not always been studious of doing your amar, which are your commandments. We pull out that you with baraka, your shalakim, your sent ones, your rahim, your shepherds, and your malaki, your messengers, that we will all debar your debar, speak your word, without compromise, without wavering, that it might grant an intelligence unto your arm, which is your people, to those that are far, for whom you will formulate into a goyim, which is a nation, that we might all be of a oneness, according to that which you Shabbat, that you vowed to Abraham, Yasakak, Yaakov, the Yahudim, to Yasharal, and that tooted off their generations, even to us, and to all that are far, that you will kara, which is called. Let your debar go forth and search us inwardly, outwardly. Let it conform us unto your sadiq, your righteousness, unto your sadat, your just, that we might be a Rosh Pari, which is a first fruit. And now as we prepare to go further, we palal, in which we ask that you take full control. Also, we palal, you be a baraka to the hearers, that shama, that hear intelligently. On live streaming and internet, those that will hear later, according to your Rashon, your will. Those that could not be here, baraka, the desire. And we give all the kabul, kabad, and the honor to Yahushua HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen.
All right. Wonderful Husha. All right, let's see how this work out for us today. All right, so we're going with this one. Equation. It says mathematics. It's a statement. It's a statement that the values of two mathematical expressions are equal, indicated by the sign. Y'all hear that? That's what the equation is. It's a mathematical terminology. It's a statement that the value of two mathematical expressions are equal, indicated by the signs, okay? That makes sense? Hello? They say, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, let's how that work out. Let's go on to what we're going to do then. Let's go to work. Let's how it work out. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Y'all know what we do, right? We go ahead and try to look at, if you pay attention to a lot of things that society has told us, it don't add up. See, and a lot of times, you know how you say something don't add up. Something don't add up. Something don't add up. What are you really saying?
Don't equate.
Huh? It don't equate. You're really just saying some things that they're indicating are not equal. That's what you're trying to pay attention to. Pay attention to the signs. So there are a lot of things that we miss in life when we make statements. How many of you that say, man, something ain't adding up? But let's be honest, did you really know what you were saying from a mathematical standpoint? A lot of times we don't, because a lot of times we just repeat and repeat.
Yeah.
Somebody said and it was based off a situation, so we started repeating it, but we didn't really understand it. So the thing that we're trying to do is to try to see what is the indicating factor, and do these things actually equal out to the same thing. Y'all got it? So there are things that he gave you so you understand how it work out. Okay? Now this is Romans 15 and 4. All right? Listen.
for whatever Nikatah before.
What did we talk about last night about writing? So we don't ever want to forget when we start laying, when we lay down things like sometimes he allows when we read, sometimes we can just read this and go. Sometimes we read this and we'll get kind of hung up on the word. And many times we read the same thing. Sometimes we get hit and a message evolves from it. So it just shows you just how important it is. It ain't something you just reading. It comes out to some equation, indicating some signs. You know what I'm saying? That where things are equal, okay? Or they match up. That's what you're doing. You know, precept had to be upon precept. Line where? Line, here, and you ain't gonna believe it. That starts to add up, don't it? It add up. You start seeing the indicating factor in the signs. That's why I kept telling you about precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, and a lot there. It's because how it's going. See, this is the problem. How is it going to equal out to the same thing? I can't put a lot here and a little here and it equal to the same thing, can it? See what I'm saying? So we look at equations. Y'all saw this work out for us? Only Yahuah could do that, my boss. And then don't forget now how he does it. He takes the most illiterate person in the room. He do it. You know why he does that? Because it makes sense if you go back and you would look at 1 Corinthians, he tells you that. See how all of him had made the foolish thing. He said, my foolish stuff is wiser than anything you know.
Right.
He take a guy, sit here, make food, play with these kids, do all this stuff he do, tell him about going to the bathroom. And it be just, don't it be funny? And then he said, watch what I do with him though. But then he tell you in the book, he said, my foolishness is better than what you got.
Yep.
When we really want him to pour out all his intelligence, and he let his foolishness be smarter than our wisdom.
Blow our mind.
Only Yahuah can do that. They don't know why they use. They keep thinking, I would never use nobody like. He said, I would because I told you what I do. He said, my foolishness is smarter than what you got. He said, I'll never let you teach me nothing. So I just throw that out there. That's from my boss. I don't even talk like my boss talk like that. He talk like that. Isn't that right? So I don't talk like that. So we're trying to get an understanding about the point. We talk about this thing being katab and being put before we got here. So we look at purpose, right? Can we see? Did we talk about what purpose was before? Because purpose would be intent. Like when they go to court, like certain things can make a difference on whether or not it can be wrong or right, depending on the purpose. Depending on the purpose. Can make a difference whether it's wrong or right. Hello? I mean, that's what they looked at when they set the city of refuge up for. Because the law it wasn't purpose for that. When I told you that's not kill, what part do you need to try to interpret? That when it's time to and when not. That's what it is. So it didn't make provision. But along the way, he started showing you how I had a way prepared. Think about it. You had to get to the city in order to be saved. And exactly how was you going to get to the city? How about a highway and a way? How about a highway and a way to get to that city? How about if we had a name for that way? Who? Kadash? Separated? Who can't go that way?
Food.
So how about if I literally sat here and stalked Leon? I'm gonna kill this nigga first chance I get. Ask me why. Cause that's that kind of nigga I am. And Daniel was hewing wood, or just say he was driving his car. His tire went out. For no good reason, he ran over a little metal pit and busted his tire, ran over and hit Candy's car, struck it, and Candy fatally wound up being wounded to where he passed away. Now, according to our law, was that in Daniel's heart? This is completely out of his control. He did all he could to try to hold that will and keep it up, but unfortunately it landed one man victim. He has a way and a place for him. He can go. Now, I'd like to go. I don't see why I can't go, and anybody know why? You said tent, what you got? Intent, I take that. It wasn't prepared for me. He said, I can't even cross over it because of that purpose. See, you know, how many times y'all read that highway should be down the way? Did you really understand? How you think they understood that? There was a city of refuge. Yeah. The only people could go over that were people that were clean. It wasn't for me. I've been stalking this man. I've been wanting to kill this guy. I can't go here and say, well, I don't see why. Daniel get to go. It wasn't for you. It's not for me because of the purpose and the intent. It was for him. Okay? Yes, so I appreciate the fact that he allows us to be able to allow it to be explained so it makes sense. Because a lot of people claim the role for them. Oh, a lot of it for me, God. What was your intent? You see what I'm saying? So he's always been trying to, through different ages, been trying to allow them to see where it makes, because it don't make sense for Yahushua to just pop up out of nowhere like this. It really don't make sense. Nothing he does makes sense. Not if it had not been for those things that he imputed in there, accounted in there, it wouldn't make sense. You can't have something that don't make any way, and all of a sudden it jump up. Because it's gonna look like it's not fair. It's gonna look like you partial. Yeah, you're gonna look partial. Yahuwah just can't look partial. But if you go back and check the record, you say, well, this, really, he's done this before. You ain't gonna believe what we'll say about that then. Based off the equation, it's still equal. Huh? The indicating point from the signs, it shows I've been equal the whole time. You've been unequal. Look at the equation. If a man turn and he repent, and a man do that which is right and move from everything he done wrong, he said, did not grant that man Cain. He said, when a man moved from his Sadiq and he go and he do that which is Rosha, he said, not cut that man off. He said, my way equal, your way unequal. You still want me to give you a right reward for doing wrong. I give a man a right reward that turned from his wrong. What did I do wrong? I give a right man a right reward. Y'all agree with that? I give a man that turned from his wrong to do right a right reward. Tell me what, look at the equation. Man, that's hypocrite to me. I don't care what nobody say. That's how I see it. Your way not equal. See, I checked your equation. I seen the sign. You're not equal. He said, but I'm equal. Is that all right based on what we're looking at? Yes, sir. Y'all okay with that? Yes, sir. I don't think I'd be teaching math. That don't make sense, does it? But see, these are the things he tried to get us to see that we missed. These are the things that our forefathers missed. They didn't pay attention to what he was trying to do. He always been trying to implicate some things, put some things in so people could see. I already had this way prepared. Hello? When Yahushua came and told you, I am the who that was who was? The way? The truth? And no man can come to the other? I guess it's not for the unclean. For the wayfarer man. So that he trying to say only people. So you know what I found out from that now, based on that statement, based off the equation, the indicating factors. That sounds equal. I mean, is that right from a math standpoint? I mean, he told me about that way it was set up, who it was for. Then Yahushua said nobody can come to the Abba but by him. This sound like the same. This sound like the same to Rob. Maybe I'm kind of slow. I don't know. It's kind of like the same thing. So okay, that's all. I mean, just things that we look at. We can say. So anyway, we were talking about this. I don't know how I got it from no mail. So we were talking about the fact that how Yahuwah has established for us the writings and the purpose of the writings. So all these were indicating factors. So as it continues to be done, and it starts to evolve and keep going, it gets us to more of a clarity. That was the whole thing. It gets more and more clear. Sometimes you can't see something because it fall off. You ever did that before? Here I see something, it kind of vague because it fall. But then the closer it get, that's what happened when Yahushua came. That's why we called him light. Because that's what light actually means. It means to make clear. So you got to remember, when we heard about him in the writing, it was kind of fall. It was fall because it hadn't come yet. So it was vague. That makes sense? Yes, sir. So the purpose of him coming, fullness of time, it made it clear. Yeah. So that's why people try to get clarity from back there. You can't get it, it's too far off. Yeah. You couldn't get it till it got closer. Closer, closer, that's it. Photographers understand that. Closer, because you got to adjust the lens. That's what he was doing here, anointing the man's eyes. Right. That's all they did. Just got the guy where he could see clear. That's how I just want you to see it clearly. Yeah. I want you to see man for who he is first, then I show you man. He showed a man as an ox. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. Then I want you, that made sense. what man was supposed to produce. That's all he did. He just had to show what was the intent with man. Why he made the ox before he made you? Why he didn't make you before the ox? Patterns. Start following something. That's why you see man is tree. He see what original intent was for him to do. And every time that tree duplicate, you ever seen an oak tree have a pine tree? A birch tree have a redwood? That way who say, you ain't never seen me have no center. That wouldn't make no sense. Look at the trees. It's real, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's clear. You needed clarity, that's all. So a lot of things he tried to do, he said, duplicate. That's all you did, duplicate, copy. Y'all got it? Copy. So those are things that we missed, okay? So anyway, let's keep moving. So whatever written aforetime was written.
To teach us.
To teach us. And we talked about my young people? Who? That's right. We said teach us how, which is teach language. But let's just get down to it. Let's explain it. Isn't that right? We'll make it more descriptive. We'll open it up to where it's not so vague. It's not so hard to understand. That was the purpose. That's why you had to keep writing it, keep coming over till you get it better. Y'all got it? Listen.
So that through endurance.
That's right. Go through and we don't quit. That's the goal. That's in a nutshell. Go through and don't quit. For what happened?
And through the Nakum.
That's right, comfort. Makes sense. They're catching on comfort, reward. They said that right. Based off this right here, we look at it as a reward. We know it from the writer, but here, let's just be proud that he's talking about comfort. And I said, I always revert back to, relate to the 24th chapter book of Auryah when they were coming from the Kubal. And they were sad, didn't it? And what gave them their joy? When he started singing, we broke down. They thought when he read to them the Ketuvim. That's what he did. He said he read, because they said, we trusted it had been him. What that mean? You better tell them. It don't take hard to put that together. If I trusted it had been him, had is past tense. So I'll move past that. Isn't that right? Why I said we trusted it had been him, but I'm sad. Because I'm going to keep pressing anyway. No, I'm right at quitting. He knew, and get what he used? The writings. And he did that because you feel like quitting too. What you going to need to use? The Ketuvim. Why you just go home and just pray? Is that what he said? And that's why you always get it. That's why you don't never get the result, because you always do something. Because they don't pay attention. What we talked about, what did he give them? What is Torah? They heard law, that's why they don't pay attention. It's instructions and directions. What did I instruct you to do if you felt like quitting? I said, go to the Ketuvim. That's what it's there for. So I tell a lot of times people get stuff manual. They throw them when you open the bottle, do it. Open the bottle, get it. I thought that paper, get that junk out of the way and I need to get the product out of here. I ain't like got that junk. I'd be like, why they put all that junk in here in the first place? Some of the stuff they put in there, the styrofoam, protect it, put the plastic over the cover. All these are things you to protect it. But before you get to that, how about you get the manual first? Know what they did with Yahushua? I said, before you get to him, get the manual first. So then when you get it out, things will be a little clearer to you. Guess what we did? We threw away the manual and took Yahushua. Then we got a rabbit and some eggs. Then we had a tree and we had Christmas. That's what we do. Okay, how many of y'all open up stuff and have papers in there? How many of y'all open it up? How many of y'all, before you get that out, you say, let me start right here and go through this and read it, make sure I understand. I need to get this out of this box. This is what I ordered. I ain't ordered that paper.
That's right.
Nah, I ain't ordered that paper. They could have kept that junk.
That's right.
But this is the manual that teaches you about this.
Right.
The operation of this. And it shows when he said, this is me, I wound up getting him out the box and I ain't look at the manual. Then I realized I had got something wrong. Then I had to go back to the manual. Now there were people that were before me that pulled the manual out and they still got it wrong.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's making it's becoming plainer to us. It's becoming clearer to us. And I appreciate the fact that he's done this. So I want y'all to take 15 and 4 is just something we do. However reason he started here, he just set me up. This is why I started. I don't tell nobody how to start him. Please don't. Everybody's different, whatever you do. But for me, it's important to have a base. Because I'm a man and I can do my own thing. And I'm starting to slow down and look more at the importance of having a base, your foundation. You can't build without a foundation. I think it's Makum is foundation. And there's Malkum. I think it's M. I think they do it Makum. Malkum is a foundation or a place. I don't know, or is it Malkum? I think it's Makum. Don't hold me to it. But it's a foundation. You got to have that first. Y'all got it? So all these things are important. You need to keep you from committing qatar. And for me, the whole wrestle was, I just thought it was like, he just get it and take it away. That's what I did. He get it, take it away. That way you don't have to worry about it no more. The Holy Ghost come and then you don't do it. No, it's obtaining the information and understanding what is sin, what is missing the mark. So think about it. So y'all remember that time when Abraham, I'm trying to think, the time when he had sinned and Yahuah came down and taught him about the sin. So what was the Ruach HaKodesh? It was a seal he gave to him for the fact that he got away. Nobody, you know how you get it. You can't sin.
Mm-hmm.
So think of your logic, the practicality of what you say. I want to get the Holy Ghost so I can start sinning. How you get it?
Not sinning.
How you get it? So how do you have to start saying probably like a minute or two in a brief second? You see where a lot of things come in? So a lot of things that we say, it's a sin, don't give me that. It comes in, it has a purpose. It's a DNA for us. This is how you recognize it. The book said, Yahuah knoweth them that are his, having this seal. You ain't gonna believe what now, hands. Where you reference this to? Hands. Talk to me, Bishop. That's right. He put the seal. I don't know what he's talking about. but he came so fast out, circumcision. That's how we knew who were all belonging to Abraham. They're fine. But think how they knew it was because of the circumcision.
Yeah.
That was the seal. Mm-hmm. So everybody that related to Abraham or he had ownership to them, they had to have the seal.
Right.
So everything belonging to Yahuah
has that seal.
Nevertheless, having this seal. Yahuah knoweth them that he is. Yeah. It's not hard. All I have to do is look at who's circumcised.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
See, what we look at now, people run, we know somebody jerking and hollering and running. He said, don't let these people fool you. Mm. Okay? The seal had something, and he only circumcised those in his house because those in his house would have kept the same rituals.
Right.
Like he did here, then serving them. One of them was Catholicism, one of them Jehovah's Witness, and all they had. No, everybody kept the same thing.
That's right. That's right.
Even when they got the Ruach HaKodesh, he told us they had all things coming.
That's right.
Well, we ain't all on the same page. You ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna believe it. Based off the equation.
You ain't sealed.
It's the indicating factor, the science tells us that it's not adding up. Okay? That's why they was able to get it. It was identical. Mm. Hello?
That's right.
These are the things that we're trying to make sure that we understand. Because let me say me, I wrestled a lot of years with a lot of things, a lot of information. You don't talk about it, you just keep it to yourself. And in your mind, you can spin. And you can put everything on, it's just a mystery, or it ain't for you to know. And the only thing you're looking at, so I wrote it down for you not to know it. You had me for the combination to the lock and I write it down. Well, I guess he don't want me to know it. Are you serious? I wrote it down. And I told it to you. Yeah, it ain't for everybody though. I done already came in my mind. I ain't gonna get the combination. Talking about the one I wrote down and I told you and I taught you about it. Yeah, I know I ain't gonna be saved. I know I ain't getting this saved. So you know what I'm saying? I already know I ain't gonna be saved. So I ain't even worried about it. I just lock in my mind, it is what it is. Do I sound dumb? Yes. Who I sound like? Thank y'all. It don't exactly sound like me. How did I come to the conclusion he wrote it down? Hello? That's amazing. Because even Shaul told you I wrote you in a letter not to keep company. Fornicator, sinner. So who exactly can I be with? You know what I'm saying? The Lord can just let me know. Because I be confused sometimes. Who can I be with? He said, I don't know how. I told you. I wrote you in a fornicator. I wrote you in a letter not to keep company with people that commit whoredom. He said, but not, so ain't nobody in the world I could be with because everybody do something. He said, I didn't say well all them are the alarm though. He said, but them that's called a king. Mm-hmm. See that? And they just get the rest. I be confused. Can't be your mom. I can't be with it. He said, I was talking about you being with people that's among you. Now that means you can go to the party in the strip club. Cause them people not, I can't. Yeah, that's good to laugh. These folks ain't laugh. They saying, that's what I'm thinking. No, a lot of folks are thinking. They talking about them dollars hot in my pocket now. So, no, but he was trying to tell you, no, because there are places you go, you can't stop no son of a business. So you in the grocery store, everybody not saved? What about when you at the gas pump? What about when you go to the doctor or the hospital and people sitting in the room now? Because you know you're in there with all them saved people. What them people like now? You can't go to the doctor because he wrote you on a letter not to keep company with them. See, that's how far he pre-planned. There's no way to keep you from every person that's wrong. But you ain't got no business nobody saying they supposed to obey the word. That's right. I can cut you off though.
That's right.
He said, no, something. Next time keep it, don't be sitting down eating with them.
That's right.
Because that's in a fellowship. But how they gonna be saved? He said, listen, we don't count the enemy. He said, but we're trying to put them to where they understand that you have been disfellowship, then you start to look at your ways.
That's right.
You don't help a person like we do. Oh, get them and bound them up with love, and that's why they keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
If I preach, I wouldn't do what preacher do. That's why you're not me. That's why. Da-da!
That's right.
There you go. Da-da! You know what I'm saying? Yeah, being honest, because you really have to look at how things have to be done. And every person is different. So he set up a pattern. He say, let it be done this way. Because the goal is if a person is under, they'll look at, I don't want to be disfellowship. I don't want people not to embrace me, so I want to fix my behavior. But if you bound them up and hold them while they're in that condition, that's why they don't change. Yep. See, everything he does makes sense. And this is how we get equality. Okay? Yes, sir. So people, I don't see, it don't make no sense. Can't be me, but you beat all them sinners out there. I ain't with them sinners out there. Every place I go, I can't stop them people from being a sinner. Mm-hmm. You know, right? I'm not going to no sinner event.
Right.
Hey man, we had that drinking part. I have nothing to do with that. Mm-hmm. I ain't coming to that. I go and see found somebody drinking a beer right now. I ain't gonna know what nobody talking about we finna drink no beer. For what? I don't drink beer. Mm-hmm. I'm not coming to no drinking party. I'm not somebody that day business. I ain't got to drink no beer. I know how to keep myself. It didn't bother me one time. There was a little cold sweat ran on my bed one time. But I bound that thing up in there. Yeah, I ain't finna pop one. I like the thing. It was good to see they were gone. It was just a sit back. One morning, they're like, Smith, they got your name on it. No. But they know don't offer me. I'm too far removed now.
Right.
I drink that thing. I gotta go in the store. I'm getting a 12. And right, y'all cheaping it. Right. But anyway, so that's why it's important to understand when you go places, when you do things, look at where you're going, what the purpose and what your intent is. The writers gets to see. Our goal is to get the clarity. Come on, finish up.
The Ketubim,
the writers.
Tikva.
So that we can have tikva. We can have a chance. Basically, you need a chance. Y'all got it? And that's what Yahushua represented when he came here. He represented a chance to us. He represented their hope when we see him. Remember they said they had hope that had been him. Tikva. He was their tikva. He was their hope. Y'all got it? Like they said, lifeline. All these things you can think about, this is what he meant to us. And a lot of things people don't look at. Let's see something. Look at Ra Shyth 126. They call it Genesis. Ra Shyth 126. Lesson.
Then Elohim said, let us make Adam in our image, according to our likeness, and let them soar over the fish of the yam, and over the birds of the shamayim, and over the cattle, and over all the arats, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the arats. Mm-hmm. And Elohim created Adam in his own image. In the image of Elohim, he created him. Male and female, he created them.
And the reason why we're looking at, so what he was trying to establish for us mathematically, I mean, because they use math because they were counting the days. He just keeps saying 1, 1, 1. He said 1 and the second one comes, the next one comes. He said, that's shiny, that's 2 of them. I'm doing math with you. He's doing mathematical equations with you. That's what he's doing. So when he created in Ra Shyth, that's why he told you in the ox, he put a sign. And he put a sign on the rocks. Now, what would be the purpose of that? Hands. Lancaster, we're not doing that today. Okay, we're not doing that. Every now and then when I ask a question, you start scratching your head like this here, like, so he can tell you why. I could have answered all them questions. What the answer you scratching your head about? Tell me what you were thinking. What you thinking of anything? Okay, so let's think about this and how it reads on correct. Ra Shyth, Bara, Hashamayim. So in the beginning, once a Bara created, Yahuah, the Shamayim, the heights expansion, ox. So he put an ox. What is an ox? Sign. Then what is it? And the rocks, which meant and conjunction, and he created here where we are, right? And he put sign. So guess what he was doing? Math. That's an equation. So guess what I have to look at before I come with a conclusion? I gotta look at the 2 signs and make sure they add up. How am I add just 1? That makes as much sense I'm multiplying with 1. 1 times 1. And it's multiplication. Tell me, how did you multiply 1 times 1? It doesn't make sense. You can add it, come up quicker than that. But again, I don't do math. I'm not even being funny about this. Honestly, I know they don't believe it. I really don't know this stuff. I really don't know this stuff. So, but certain stuff just it really don't make sense when you think about it. But you know, I wouldn't tell your math teacher, because then they gonna definitely flunk you, because they're gonna be stuck trying to explain to you how did that multiply. Let me stop that, because don't go do it, because I'm gonna be angry with you myself. Sometimes you learn that these people set systems up to just basically make you stupid. They teach you something and just show you, I can make you do something different than what I taught you. Because multiply, that couldn't make sense to multiply 1 times 1 and still be the same, it comes to the same sum. That doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. But I mean, they're gonna argue with you because now they stuck with looking at, you know what, you're right, and they can't afford to do that because that's past the syllabus. The teachers are not giving a thing. You're just giving it due. You just issue it out. The whole thing, they program the teacher to program the students. That's a programming institution. It really is. I don't care what you put as programming. That's why you see Caucasian people, some school, and I can just put on Caucasian people with money, they'll start to take their kids out.
Yep.
And they'll create their own system.
Yes, sir.
Because they realize the system you put them in only allowed them to go so far.
Yep.
They only taught you so much, so you can't possibly operate in this because you only know this. They're all programming systems, okay? That's all it is. That's just like your computer. If you don't have a program on it, how you pull it up? That's amazing. And they taught you that with a computer. So when your kid is in public school, and your kid is educated in public school, how exactly they gonna operate this other system? Because the public school system doesn't get that, they don't get that program. You see what I'm saying? There are things they just don't give them. They don't even, and it's purpose. That's why you can't, that's why you can't add things up around you. I'm just trying to tell you, it don't make sense. But some reason it makes sense and they're not even identical. That's what we're trying to pay attention to, okay? So these things are important that we sit down and we look at. Let's see that 5 and 7, 5:17. Who know what I want? There we go, Yahuchanan. Man, that's all right. Start, you might be able to go ahead and marry. He ain't catching on. Oh, he ready too now. I told him, don't run that, throw your load now. Out the rip now. Make sure you hold on now.
Every time.
Make sure you load the
ain't got
guns.
no
You can
choice.
shoot the J.
It happens. Can't stop it.
Then go home, do you about 75,000 curls. Kids say the darndest thing, don't they? And raws too, don't they? I told you I'm unsensitive. I don't know what happened to me. I need to be programmed. That's all it is. If I could be programmed, a lot of this stuff we wouldn't have this. We could just like, here we go. But that man just done loop. He say set the captive free. I ain't not gonna be this free, was it? No, that's all right. We getting him ready. He gonna do them ab crunches too. He gonna be ready. Man, do you like at least 2,500 ab crunches? Coming that whole month, you be ready. And I already had them abs ripped up. Even if you can't do that, say, but look at these abs though. Look at these abs. You know what I mean? Man, they got to throw it in Long City went out. Look at these abs though. The abs. Man, y'all folks sick. All y'all like that, and I hug y'all too. Y'all sick. I like the sick people. That's who Yahushua came for, the sick people.
That's right.
He came for me. You know? He said, boy, you sick. You need me, boy. You sick. Sitting here trying to be all well. That's what, not y'all. He said, oh, no, not you. That COVID. No, here we go. Listen.
Yahushua answered them,
What he said?
Abi carries out his actions even until now.
He said, Abi, the Father, he carries out his action.
Even until now.
Even to now.
And I also take action.
And I also take action.
Then the Yahudim sought his Kai even more.
They saw what?
His Kai
They
even
sought
more.
his life even more.
Because not only was he breaking the Shabbat,
Not only did he break the Shabbat,
but he also said that the Elohim is his Abba
doing what?
and compared himself to Elohim.
So you catch the equation? He was comparing himself to. So a lot of things we look at, he said, for them they looked at, looking at the equation, that's what he was doing. He said they were identical. That's what, didn't we look at that what the equation was?
Right.
That's what we're looking at. We're trying to identify, and we're looking at the indicating factors and signs that they come out to be equal. Right. So this is a mathematical equation he's using right here. He's using math, trying to show you how things equal out, trying to show you how exactly they work. So basically what we're looking at the signs. Just said that, Mashaly 8:23, Mashaly, they call it proverb. Right, proverb too, Mashaly. Listen.
From Elam I was established.
What did that is? From Elam. That's gonna put him back from everlasting. Man, because you said beginning, that's where you start. You used to race. You did track. Yes, sir. Where y'all used to start, in the middle?
No, sir.
Where y'all? Starting line. That way, so I can know where they at. I know where they got. I don't care where they got to. I know where he started at. Right. To get down there, he here. He said, I started everlasting. Where that's at? Where that line at? Where you put that line at? That only gonna make sense. You said, what you do with that? You might catch the red legs 10 out, but it started from now. He said, well, I started everlasting. That's what did he say about it now?
From Elam I was established.
From Elam I was established. Mm-hmm.
From Ra Shyth, from the earliest times of the Auryahs.
From Ra Shyth, from the earliest time of the Auryah.
When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no springs abounding with Ma'im.
When he said he came here, he said when he came in here, from what we heard, there were people. And I don't want to say people because it was water. Please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. Because he referred to people to water. So he was saying before the water, I was here before the people were. I was here before the water and the people. Whatever equation you want to use, whatever indicating factor you want to use about people. He said, listen, I was here before them. Listen.
Before the Harim were settled, before the hills I was brought forth.
Before the hills, the Har, I was brought forth.
While he had not yet made the Arats and the fields.
While he had not yet made the Arats.
And the fields.
And the field.
Nor the first dust of the Arat, of the Elam.
Or the first dust of the Elam. That's where Adam came from. Go ahead.
When he established the Shamayim.
When he established the Shamayim.
I was there. When he inscribed a circle on the Pani of the deep.
Circle? You ever put a circle on the square before, Justin? You know anything? No, I do not. I'm a dummy. Well, do you? All right, well, I can use these in here. You ever put a circle on the square? No, sir. If I have, I'll do it. But I'm just saying, he said he put a circle, a compass on it. He circled it. People got all kind of idea how they place it. He said he circled it. Well, go ahead.
When he made firm the skies above, when the springs of the deep became fixed.
Did I say that? He made firm the sky. So basically what you look at, Shaman, is set on a pillar in a sense. See, everything's set on a foundation. He established it's in the air, but it's still set on a pillar. He let you know it's a permanent fix. He set it up to the fix. So he got it established. It makes sense. This is firm, a fix, so is that. The only reason I know that because he told Carver, he said, whatever you lose him,
Loose the shaman.
and whatever you bound him,
Bound the shaman.
I'm probably use that. That's probably some kind of equation. Mm-hmm. You think that's what it mean? That sound like they're equal? Because it don't make sense, because it need to equal out. I bind you right here, you up there running loose up there. He said, no, you bound up here too. Did it make sense? He said, because I'm putting it don't make, does it make sense that I'm loosed all up there running and I'm bound him? No, you bound here, you bound there too. He said, I'm going to bind from here what you bind down there. And wherever you loose down, I'm loosing here. See, people don't realize how things work in dimensions. You know what I'm saying? This is a dimensional thing, how it works. I ain't said dementia. If people lose it, they people down, no, that's dementia. And then you walk around with your drawers on out there in broad daylight, trying to hunt one of them drink machines. That's dementia. Ain't that right? Okay, all right. Everybody where they need to be. I told the man came for me now. He know I'm sick. All right, listen. So I just want to make sure we kind of understand that. Because what's the purpose when we heard that before? He said, whatever you loose down here, I loose up down. Whatever you bound and how live. Did we really, based on what we learned today, doesn't it make sense based off, he said these are indicating factors. These are indicating factors. See, this just to show you how things work, okay? Even before that, based off that statement, you have to go back and look at Balaam. See, when he hired him, when he brought, and why exactly he hired him? To curse who? Because he said, I know whoever you, I don't even think curse is the right, Allah is not the right word for that. Curse is going to be Q-A-L-A-H. Kalala. Kalala is going to be the word for curse. Our is one. Kalala. It's cute. They probably spell it Q-E. Hold on. They'll spell it Q-E, or they might do K-E-L-A-L-A-H. Q, the kuf. They're going to do E. I do Q-A-L-A-Q-A-L-A-L-A-H. Kalala. It's going to be cursed. Did they put it up? What did they put? What they got up? Oh no, we weren't. I thought, but anyway. So when he told him about, I thought they went to. So when he told him about whatever, he told him that he know that who he put a curse on, he said they were cursed. What? So when he cursed them, where exactly was this curse coming from? See, you see why? You know, we just take that. Some man just walk around, he cursing, but it only made sense. He had to hire him to get it done. But what did Yahuah tell? What did he tell Balaam?
Don't do it.
Why he told him don't curse him? Well, that man said, why he couldn't just say go ahead and curse him? You do what you want to do. That don't change what's going up here. Cause you my man, and if you curse them, I'm gonna have to do it here. Now, when Yaramyahu, in the 14th chapter of the book of Yaramyahu, they call Jeremiah, he told him not to pray at all for these people. For their tube. So what they got to do with anything? You down here, you pray, they don't stop know what I'm doing up here. See, that's why I try to tell you. These people really don't know what they're doing. They're just reading, why have you cursed, No, it's because you attached to me. So once you put that out, I come in and I'll make it equal here. All Balaam had to do was curse them. They were done. You see, unlike us, I got members here, y'all divided with me. That's why a lot of stuff, it don't work for you. See, that's why I try to tell you, it don't work. That's why Yahuah said he can't, you know what he told me? Let me see something. Let's see if we kind of, let's talk a little bit. Get some clarity. I don't think some of y'all don't know what some of this stuff that I was talking about. Who didn't know where I was quoting? Did y'all kind of not know what? Well, that's why I want to make sure we know. So I tell my cool, you can't talk. Just raise your hand that let me know the sick and the bad. You know what? It don't make sense for you not to know. Don't let nobody. You know how people tell you, well, women ain't supposed to know. Don't listen to these stupid people. Because Maureen knew more than a whole lot of folks. Maureen sat down and her and her cousin, Auryah, she sat down and went through things. They went through book talking. They went through talking. Talking how he exalted the handmaiden and everything she quoted from, everything they were quoting, came out of the book of Tahalim. Don't listen to these people talking no women, don't pay these folks no thing. When they consulted one time the book of Acts of Charlotte King, they consulted with the women. And he said one or few of them either. Don't let nobody make no fool out. These people tell you something. No, ain't no woman gonna preach. You better not try it. I'll cut you here and you gonna get cut up now. I'm cutting you straight to the ground. And I know he ain't coming right behind me. Don't let nobody make no fool out. A woman can nubuah. Yahuah can give a woman a kazum concerning an issue you just can't teach. Don't let nobody make no fool. A woman can do that. But I'm going to definitely be checking your record, though. You know, jump all of a sudden and say that, so why he ain't showed you about that sinning you've been doing? Yes, going back on mute. Going back on mute. You know, don't try to put no mute now. But it's stuff that we do out of fear. These preachers, they ain't saying when I say preacher, we chased a lot of the operation that Elohim got out of fear. Everything preacher, everything not preacher. Because Maureen definitely would have got it. That woman walked the dog. She put a collar on and walked the dog. She was talking to her cousin. So people got to be watching what you're saying, okay? They're just looking at what was happening, how all of it played to the fulfillment of, okay? They were looking at the equation, the signs. They all added up. She said, as soon as you walked in and said, salutation, she said, a babe leaped in my womb. Ain't that right? She let them know this thing done played out just like he said it. But if you're out of field, we done thought everything been preaching and cut everything off. And then, you know what happened? We've been limited. Just like with the teaching. The teaching we had before limited us on a lot of growth. Because with those guidelines of Christianity, you have to stay. That stuff come through a diocese, the Catholic Church. It's a certain order protocol you follow. Hymn book. The earlier coming, we'd have hymn book behind the seat. You used to go to church with your grandmother, they were Christian. You remember the hymn books be behind the seat. Them folks, they ain't you sung from that hymn book. Yeah, that's true. So that break out that singing something, they look at the church. What is that? Hey. No, listen, let me tell you how stuff wasn't. Them folk got up, they named the number with him. Charged to have one, they called the number of the book, the page. Because, listen, to show you programming, okay? Guess what you have when you came to church on Sunday? They meet you at the door. Come. Why would you need a program? Because I don't need nobody getting out of order. You remember that? Y'all remember that? Now churches do that, cut. Only they do it now, they cheat. They done too much throwed out the parking lot, the janitor pissed off. Folk done flushed them. They're like, folks stick them in their Bible full of program. That's all they getting folks, because they just stick them in their Bible. They use them for page holder. Y'all remember that? You had a program. That program let you know how we doing that. You just said, we're going to skip that and jump right down here to something. Folks like, hold. That, no. We're not doing that. Man, somebody want to go, hey. That's right. They got to get missionary offering. And a song, you just can't drag out there. What? What did he read? They be like, what did he read? You can't get everything on program. Y'all remember that? So guess what? So then you said, now, man, people will program you. For real? I wonder where they get that from. I wonder where they get it from. You know, people will go to school to take certain things, and they have it. You can go do it. It's certain programs you can get. They'll tell you need to get in this program. Yeah. Y'all heard that terminology before? Yeah. And what exactly that program is going to do? I can help y'all with a lot of stuff. Man, them folk be waiting. They trying. Peter, you ought to go back to college. Man, we're going to be in all kind of trouble. Them folk going to come down and be sitting behind that desk. Plus, what you doing? I say, you go take a seat. I'm going to tell you how they going to work out. I'm going to tell you, you show me your check, I'm going to show you mine. And you decide who need to teach their class. But I'm not against education. Please don't miss it. I'm going to say that for my young people. Because first thing I'm going to say, look at preacher dumb. Stop it. Come on, Malachi. Come on, put a check up here. You laughing too hard. Come on here. What's all that laughing for? Well, you sure them need some grace. Amazing grace. Malachi, you sick. I like it too. Anyway, so now here we go. I don't know, y'all try to get me on. But honestly, I want my kid, you want to make sure you get that information because you live in a society where words, mathematics, science, social studies, understanding how society works, social studies. You need to know, people they get words, start trying to make it creative. Social, think about it. Stop. So people, you have to communicate with people. You need to know how society, this is why people are really, because they say, them ain't main course studies. Where you live no matter what. Dummy, where does a dummy live? Where does a person that's highly intelligent? Where does a child molester live? Where does a raper live? Where does a liar live? Where does a drunk live? Where does a fornicator and a hoe live? Where do they live at? So you need to understand society. Y'all see what we have a high move now of society in New York. They have 4 women, I think, this week that have been attacked on the subway. This has become a norm because people lack social study skills. They lack how society works. Listen, there's a lot of stuff people don't know. They don't break down. Because man, just being up, just talking like you're doing now. This is society. You need to know how to operate. This is what people don't realize. Kappa, Alpha, who have they got? Omega 7, in all these groups, wherever they might, even the women, these are social groups. Animals live, Auryah lives in a social group. Stop letting people throw y'all trying to always come, so that means everybody got to give up your stuff. Everybody have equal. You need to understand how society, this is why we have so much violence toward one another and disrespect, because we hadn't taught each other. Looking at now, they've opened and broaden your horizon to open to just feel like, people just do whatever. You can't do that in a society. Just like when you have, like in social groups that you have like wild dogs, or everybody can't be chaser. A lot of trap, you got one that makes the kill. All of them can't run it, they'll bite each other. Even with Auryah, they set up, they got chasers. They got one that they got that bait, then you got the one that going for the kill. Even with Wild Hawk, when you train dogs to go in on them, they'll hurt each other. So you got a dog that's gonna chase. Then you got some that's gonna put it at bay, and they're gonna throw it out, and you got the one that slide in for the kill. That's how it works in society. Your kids don't know. I try to talk to them, and most of y'all don't know. You don't know, because nobody can touch you. You live in a society where we're social. That's why you have this thing, media. I forgot what they call it. Whoa, what does social media mean? It means one person on it. These people really don't know what they're doing, do they? You know how people say words, they don't know what they're saying. Why are all these people on social media? I have no idea. I need to probably study it and figure it out. Because humans were never designed to be by themselves. That's why he saw at dawn, the loners I have in him, it's not good. And they want me to believe that this is the best thing ever happened to him. And for some reason, he got me the dummy, and I won't buy your story. Me the dummy don't buy your story. Because I'm hung up on this program he got saying, it ain't good. It ain't good. That's what he said. He said, it ain't good. But, my boss, he makes mistakes all the time, according to how you think. So you can't expect him to get everything like dead accurate on. You know what I'm saying? You know that how you do. That's how you believe. So I just tend to believe different than you do. So a lot of things you need to know how things work, like getting y'all on page to do stuff and understand things and comprehend things, and why you need to learn how to just kind of follow first. Every good leader is a good follower.
That's right.
Y'all find out. Every good leader is going to be a good follower. That's how it started out. You got to be able to follow first. Yahushua used to jump up all the time in front of Mashaly. Let me get in forefront. No, try to teach him. Now, one time he did want to run and stop the people, though. They were novice. He didn't want to stop them. He wanted to know was he doing it for him or for his own sake. He looked at it. You know what Mashaly was looking at? They were not a novice. He did the same thing Yahushua was saying. If they're not against it, then they're for us. So you didn't know why that was. Who they called, he was with him. See, the people number, they were outside the camp, Mushaly. See, because you don't understand how things socially fit. So what happened when he saw them and he came and found them knobbing, they was only supposed to been doing it because how he's looking at, I know when I did it, Mushaly was here, we was there. And they were doing it, he wasn't there. And he want to know, was you doing that for my sake? Or, you know what I'm saying? He said, when Yahuah, they all hit people, when all of them be in the bomb. See, when Yahushua was coming through a city, they found some people, before God said, they found someone who was teaching, preaching too. And Yahushua wasn't there. And we need to stop them. He said, well, listen, they're not against us. When Yahuwah want everybody to be for us? See, they don't understand how things work. They just think that some situation just came up, just happened. So anyway, I get thrown off a lot. I'll come back and finish what I had. They want some information on it. So we finished this. It's called make statement. So there's 22, Bamadbar, 22. I didn't forget. I know I get a little rusty. Bamadbar, they call numbers. Probably 22 and 1, 22, 20, 24. Let me see if it's 22 and 4. Let me see what that say. Bamadbar number 22 and 4. Listen.
Said 22 and 4.
Yeah, that's what that say. Listen.
Yeah, waiting for him.
22. What happened?
I'm waiting for him to get it up on the screen.
Oh. Yeah, 22 and 4. I heard him holler 24. I heard it. After that, that's why you said 24 because it was up there?
I didn't say 24.
What? Somebody said 24? You said 24?
I said 22 and 4.
22. Come get a check. Come on. All that arguing, we can't keep that in there right.
This my chair right
Yeah,
now.
oh, come on. Come here. Yeah, come with the check. See that? Put that check up there. That's why you can't have a script. Because you look at the script, I said, wait, that's not even on there. How you do it? It's not even on there. All right, let's see. It's 22 and 4. Listen.
Moab said to the Zakanim of Midian, now this company shall lick up all that is around us, as the ox licks up the grass in the field. And Balak.
So you know, look what they referred them to. They referred them just like this. This is what you look at. Now, how did they come out Mizraim? They were led out Mizraim. Now, just the fact that they referred them to the Bakar. They were led out. So this is what we typically look at when you look at the Aleph. The Aleph. The Aleph is looked for its strong versatility, for the fact it can defend, it can protect, it can teach, it can lead. Now they looking at these people and they refer to them, just imagine they referring to these people as just like the Aleph. The Bakar is what they're thinking for the Aleph, for what they call the bull. So the cow. So they're saying this, he gonna come here and lick up, because you know a cow how he eats, he don't really, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a herbivore more or less. They're looking at he's gonna eat up all the grass. They're looking at these people are gonna consume all the goods up. They're gonna take up all the vegetation. Listen.
And Balak, the ben of Tsippor, was Malak of Moab at that time.
That's what they're saying. He was the emperor at that time. Let's look and see what Tsippor is. Since we're there, how about it? Can we learn?
Yes, sir.
Or y'all just want to read and keep going?
Let's learn.
Oh, they had it long verification, curse. They spelled this Q-L-A-H, but it'll be Q, you can do the Q-A-L. They probably say when you're saying the K, it'll already make that sound. So they're saying the E is silent when they use the E. That Z gonna probably be, I figured that, it's gonna be sod. You know, whenever you catch them using a Z, usually gonna be the TS, the S, called the sod, T-S-A-D is the sod. So typically whenever you watch somebody use a Z, typically, when they're doing it, a lot of times they're making up for the sod. They're just saying the Z, they're saying this, and the Z is so similar, it doesn't make a Z sound. What I would focus on more than anything is just making sure we get the understanding of the meaning. We're gonna come back and get a lot of defensive training for the enunciation. I think the main thing gonna get us right now is learn the behavior. We'll take it like he give it to us. A lot of times you can put a lot, and people put more emphasis on certain things, and you'll lack on another one. Right. And what we're trying to do is look at equations. Make sure we basically come out with identical information, whether identical or the act that he wants to perform. Sometimes people put more emphasis on the enunciation, not on the meaning. So what happens based off the signs, your equation is off. Okay? The main thing he want to do is want to make sure we got it. Okay? So let's say. Because think about on the Ukad Shabur, when they heard them speak, he made it plain enough and explained enough where they could understand it. Okay? Brought it in. So this is a support. Okay, a Moabite, that's it. That's all. We got to have something else for it. They have something. Well, a little bird. They ain't going to believe it. You ain't going to believe it. You ain't going to believe it. You know what people say sometimes? A little birdie said it to me. A little birdie told me. Look what they said he heard that the people was coming. Then that's what they said. They had heard about the people. People say, how you heard? They said little birdie told me. Amazing. People say, don't worry about it. Let's go. Sparrow, flower, okay. Listen, all right, Balaam, son of, let's see what happened. And he said, Balaam.
So he shalak Malachi to Balaam, the being of Beor at Pethor, which is near the Nahar in the land of the Bani of his arm.
Yeah.
To Kara him, saying, behold, a arm came out of Mizraim. Behold, they cover the Pani of the Arats, and they are living next to me. Now, please come. Call Allah this arm for me, since they are too mighty for me.
So he want to do? He want him to come. He wanted him to come, and he wanted him to curse this people because they were too mighty for him. And what happened?
Perhaps I may be able to defeat them and drive them out of the Arat.
See, that's how he's gonna do it. That's how he said. He said perhaps. He's looking at more or less. This will give me my advantage. This will give me my advantage against this people. So the reason why you need to look at this, you need to look at how you got out of your own land. They used an advantage. They took advantage of you. See, that's why you gotta be careful of your acts. Listen what happened.
For I know that he whom you Barak is Barak.
Oh, for it? You know that? And what else you know?
And he whom you Kala is Kala.
And whoever you curse is cursed.
So the Zakanim of Moab and the Zakanim of Midian departed.
The elders of Midian and Moab, who is of the father,
departed with the fees of divination in their hand. And they came to Balaam and repeated the Dabarim of Balak to him.
See that? They confirmed, they repeating it. Go ahead.
He said to them, spend the Layla here, and I shall bring the bar back to you, as Yahuah may speak to me.
Yeah.
And the leaders of Moab stayed with Balaam. Then Elohim came to Balaam and said to him,
what is that?
who are these Anashim with you? Balaam said to Elohim, Bala, the ben of Tsippor, Malak of Moab, sent Debar to me.
Sent the word to me?
Behold, a arm has come out of Mizraim, and they cover the Pani of the Arats. Now, call them for me. Perhaps I may be able to fight against them.
See that?
And drive them out.
Listen.
Elohim said to Balaam, do not go with them. You shall not call the arm.
Why?
For they are Barak. So Balaam Zarak in the morning and said to Balak.
Oh, that morning. Did he cum or did it say Zarak?
Cum.
I don't know. Listen.
So Balaam cum in the morning and said to Balak's leaders, go back to your Arats, for Yahuah has refused to let me go with you.
Listen.
The leaders of Moab cum and went with Balak and said, Balaam refused to come with us. Then Balak again yet shalak more leaders and more distinguished than the former.
Yes.
They came to Balaam and said to him,
do what?
Thus says Balak, the ben of Tsippor, let nothing, I beg you, hinder you from coming to me.
Yes.
For I shall indeed kabod you richly, and I shall do whatever you say to me. Please come then, call this arm for me. Balaam answered and said to the Abadim of Balak,
what did he tell him?
if Balak would give to me his beth full of silver and gold,
What happened?
I would not be able to pass over the command of Yahuah my all to do anything small or great.
See that? He said I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the least, I couldn't do the more to it. Let's look at something right quick. Mathathyahu 16 and 15 right quick. Come on, cool, said they didn't know. I want to make sure they understand. Okay. 16 and 15. Listen.
And he said to them, but as for you, who do you say about me? Who am I?
That's what he want to know. He want to know who did they say he was. Everybody else already was saying who they think he was. Now they're saying. Go ahead.
Cuff answered and said, you are the Mashiach, the Ben of the Kai Elohim.
See that? This is what he said. He just asked, who am I? He said, you are the Ben of.
You are the Mashiach.
You are the anointed one.
The Ben of the Kai Elohim.
Now he said, of the living Elohim.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
And he answered and said to him,
what happened?
Baraka are you, Shimon Bar Yuna.
Now he said, now Baraka are you, Shimon. He told him he was the son of Yuna. What he was doing then?
For Basar and Dom.
Stop. This is an equation. These are indicating factors and signs. You just indicated who I was. I'm the living son of the living Elohim. So I'm going to tell you who you are. You are the son. I told you what your name was, and I told you that you were the son of Yuna, born of Yuna. So this is an equation. I'm trying to make sure we're equal. It don't make sense. I know who I am. I don't know who you are. You know who I came out from. I know who you came out from. Bar is born of. So he told he was the son of the living Elohim. He was telling me that I came out from the living Elohim, the living supreme ruler. And I'm telling you came out from Yuna. That's who you came out from. That you came out from, you were Bar of Yuna, son of, born of. So these are mathematical equations. Listen.
For Basar and Dom did not reveal this to you, but Abi, who is in the Shamayim.
See that? The signs. But let's be practical. Let's be practical. What he said that flesh and blood didn't reveal it, but my Abba, which is Shamayim. Now my Abba is Ruach, which means the signs from Shamayim align themselves with the sign here. That's how you know. What you saw flesh that didn't give you that. That's why he put the sign of Shamayim one here. Where was this son? Where the son of Elohim at? Was he in Shamayim? He's on the rise. How did the knowledge come to him? He said he gave it to you from Shamayim. Because the arts, they have to align themselves. People, you'll hear people say that and they'll talk in a spiritual manner. They always be off. Things have to align themselves. Line upon line, they have to align themselves. That's what y'all don't realize. A lot of things align themselves. Even when it comes to seasons, he try to let you know how things happen. Things align themselves. He told you how displaced things could be. He said, just like snow in a harvest. How that line up? The equation is wrong. It's off. Everything aligns itself. That's why he told you how you know when the end of the line was coming. They want to know when will these things come. And how we going to know them? He gave them odds concerning here and there.
Right.
He said the powers of Shaman, he's going to be shaken.
Right.
Things are going to align themselves. After all these things happen, what he told you to do? Why he got you looking up?
Redemption.
Because man's lining up. This is a mathematical equation, people. I'm using. Are y'all okay with this?
Yes, sir.
See, you just doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. Right. Everything aligns itself. Let's see what else he told him.
And I also say to you that you are Cuff, and upon this sewer I shall build my assembly.
Tell me what happened.
And the gates of Sheol shall not overpower it.
See that? Listen.
I shall give you the keys of the Malkuth of the Shamayim.
This the key. Listen.
And whatever you forbid on the Arats,
whatever you forbid on the Arat,
shall be forbidden in the Shamayim.
Indicating factors. That's how people knew they was in trouble. You don't even know you be in trouble, you be fooling around, do you? You be fooling around and you don't even know you're in trouble. You have because you ain't got a brain. Why don't you go see the Wizard of Oz? He gives a heart and he gives a brain. And he gives you some courage. Because it's crazy some stuff y'all do. He just told him, man, I give this to you. That whatever you do, what?
And whatever you forbid on the Arats
And you forbid on the right.
shall be forbidden in the Shamayim.
And?
Whatever you permit on the Arats shall be permitted in the Shamayim.
Guess what? What he hearing, they already knew this. They said, well, other people knew this. They knew this even before then. With Abraham, when he told the man to give him back his Ashah, his Isha, and he shall pray for you. What did Yahuah told he was getting ready to do to them? I was going to kill y'all all. This man will pray for you. This man can, listen, this man can turn, this man can determine I don't kill you. This man can determine that I kill you. Okay. These people have no idea what they're doing. I try to tell them nothing about mail. Y'all tell them kids, y'all don't know nothing about mail. This stuff, because you should have been added this up. You should have been added this up. I mean, and they don't even know, and they steady be trying stuff. You don't have no idea what you're doing. He told, this man will pray. How that man gonna pray for me and live? You say you gonna kill me. That's the relation. That's why I try to make you go back. What would be the use of you going back to him since you come to me and I override him? Why y'all think Pharaoh sent them back to Yosef? You think they're gonna be the only time they're gonna run to Pharaoh? Go back to him, whatever he say.
Right.
And you know, whatever he said, what the plank you doing? We ain't doing that stuff here.
Nope.
What you think they were learning from that? That he had granted him that. Let's see right quick. 42 Barashit. Let me help him out. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. I'm sorry we had to lead like that, y'all. But if I had a written, I couldn't do that. Barashit, 41. That'd be 40. 41. Let's see, 41, 22. Let's see, that's what I want. Barashit. Listen.
I saw also in my column, and behold, 7 ears full of tube came up on a single stalk. And lo, 7 ears withered, thin, and scorched by the Kadim wind sprouted up after them.
Come on.
And the thin ears swallowed up the 7 tube ears. Then I told it to the musicians, but there was no one who could explain it to me. Now Joseph said to Pharaoh, Pharaoh's kalam are one and the same.
Come on.
Elohim has told to Pharaoh.
Get what he just told him. He just told him your math. That mathematics, ain't that amazing? Yes, ain't that amazing? You look at the English word and it really all match up. He just told him, listen, everything he just told him, he kept telling him the one to one. He said, well, they add up. They really add up to be the same. They're identical. He said, that's the equation. They both equal out to the same thing. Go and figure that out. They didn't even know their book was a mathematical equation. You gotta be versatile. You gotta be real versatile. You'll mess up every time. People mess up all the time. Go ahead.
Elohim has told to Pharaoh what he is about to do.
You know what he told him? Go ahead.
The 7 tube cows, they are 7 shanim. And the 7 tube ears, they are 7 shanim.
See that?
The kalamuth are one and the same.
See that? They're identical. That's what he just told. They're identical. This is an equation. Listen.
The 7 thin and Rosha cows, they came up. After them, they are 7 shanim. And the 7 thin ears scorched by the Kadim wind shall be 7 shanim of Ra'ab.
A famine, Rab, R-A, I think they got the apostrophe A-B, Ra'ab, which is your famine and the pestilence. Go ahead.
This is the Debar, is as I have spoken to Pharaoh. Elohim has shown to Pharaoh what he does.
He done showed you what he do. Come on. Because it's secret. Get what he just did. He just learned, he just explained it. He simplified the matter. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do an improper fraction.
Right.
It don't make sense. To get you to be perfect, now I got to come and fix the improper fraction or imperfection. That was the purpose of what we came and we gave it when you were given the zabak, the sacrifice, was to get you from imperfect take the improper fraction and make it a whole now. All a fraction is just not a whole. Why, when Yahushua came, he did math. Why he asked the man why he want to be, he said, you want to be a fraction? What was he doing? He was doing mathematical equations. He was taking an improper fraction and he was making it a whole. Hello? Yes, sir. That's all he was doing. Listen.
Behold, 7 shanim of great abundance are coming in all the arats of Mizraim. And after them 7 shanim of Ra'ab shall come, and all the abundance shall be forgotten in the arats of Mizraim.
Listen.
And the Ra'ab shall ravage the arats.
Come on.
So the abundance shall be not known in the arats because of the subsequent Ra'ab, for it shall be
very
severe.
The year y'all had all that stuff, he said, you ain't gonna be able to remember that stuff because of how bad it's gonna be.
Right.
These folks don't realize something. Yahushua trying to tell y'all the same thing
Yes,
too.
that's right.
He trying to tell what finna come on these people.
Yeah.
And the destruction gonna come on these people. They're not gonna remember no good days.
That's right.
It's gonna be bad for these people.
That's right.
It should have been you. You didn't realize when he wrote that. He told them what was gonna happen. This is how clever Yahuwah is. You know, you remember about the reproach done that reproach they failed?
On me.
These people got our wrath, our indignation. That's what's going on in Jerusalem right now. Them pastors, had you been there, that was gonna be you.
Wow.
That was gonna be you. He told them. He said it's gonna be on this people. That will fall on Jerusalem.
Right.
He got you out.
Right.
Just like Luke did. He got you out.
Right.
That's why they suffering over that, and they ain't getting no better. Y'all don't see all them kids. Y'all see how bad them kids look, the malnutrition kid? All them kids died and famine come. He told you we're gonna fall on them. He just got you out. You know what he told them? He'll make a way to escape.
That's right.
That's what he told you. He said, ain't no temptation that overtake you except with your common man. But Elohim is Amanah. He's stable. And with the temptation,
Make a way to escape.
he got you out. Them people suffering. That's your stuff. All that following them people there, that's supposed to be on you. Elohim got you out just in time. You so big to run in your mouth complaining, that supposed to be you and your kids over there starving, blowed up. Them folks like, look, and them folks still serving and out there praying outside in all the midst of that rubble. Still trying to keep Ramadan. They don't look at your Elohim forsaking you. These folks have no idea. It done fell on these people bad too.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
That's why I told y'all better quit mumbling and grumbling. Y'all do bad. But don't worry about it. I got something coming. I've been talking with him. Me and him been talking. I'll be making some moves. Y'all see what I do. Listen, you watch my smoke. Wherever it's smoke, that's a fire. Come on, listen.
Now, as for the repeating of the kalam to Pharaoh twice, it means that the matter is determined by Elohim, and Elohim is hastening to do it.
So that's what they were trying to do with Yahushua. The reason why the matters were given to him twice concerning Yahushua and how things were symbolic and how they were lined up to him, because that's what Yahuwah was determined to do. To set him up that he was going to be the ruler. Y'all say he's going to be the ruling factor. You'll see it. Come on.
Now let Pharaoh look for an Ish discerning and Kakmah and set him over the arats of Mizraim.
That's skilled in math. Go ahead.
Let Pharaoh act, and let him appoint overseers in charge of the arats, and let him exact a fifth of the produce of the arats of Mizraim.
You know what you want to do? Exact. Exact. Let's look up exact. 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 Let's see what exact is. This is what he want me to do. Oh, exact. Not approximated in any way. You know what I'm saying? It's approximately. No, he said, let it be precise. These folks don't know what they be doing. They don't know, you know what they got? They got a man that's it. They got a man who sit around, he approximating. Yahuwah didn't give you one. That's my man. He don't be dead on, but he be around in that area approximately. See, they don't know nothing about these words. Listen.
And let him exact a fifth of the produce of the arats of Mizraim.
Because you're doing math. Do you want to play with approximate? He said, let's be exact about it. Isn't that right? Let's make sure we're precise.
That's right.
Listen.
In the 7 shanim of abundance.
Mm-hmm.
Then let them gather all the food of these 2 shanim that are coming, and stir up the grain for food in the cities under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them guard it. Let the food become as a reserve for the arats for the 7 shanim of Ra'ab, which shall occur in the arats of Mizraim.
You see what he was doing with the food? He was setting the food up so it could be for a reserve. Okay? Y'all paying attention to that? He set the food up for a preserve. What was he trying to preserve it against? Against the day and time? Was it against the famine?
Famine, yeah.
So he had to put up the food.
Right.
Setting it up.
Right.
For the famine.
Right.
Just making sure. Go ahead.
So that the arats shall not perish during the Ra'ab.
Mm-hmm. So they won't perish during when the pestilence and the famine break out.
That's right.
Listen.
Now the debar was tubed in the of Pharaoh.
Pharaoh said, that ain't a bad idea. Listen.
And in the of all his abadim.
And all his abadim, everybody they said, we agree with it too. So what happened?
Then Pharaoh said to his abadim,
what is he saying?
Can we find an ish like this, in whom has a ruach of Elohim?
Mm-hmm.
So Pharaoh said to Joseph, since Elohim has informed you of all this, there is none intelligent in Chokmah like you.
Mm-hmm.
You shall be over my beth.
You gonna be over my house?
And according to your paw.
And according to your what?
Your paw.
What I say?
Your paw, all my arm, shall be ruled. Only in the throne I shall be greater than you.
So let me ask you a question, Dave. So if you went and seen Yosef, and Yosef told you something, when you go to Pharaoh, what are he gonna tell you different? They're gonna be saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be saying the same thing. Once he found what Yosef said, he said, I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying the same thing. See, he was trying to show you how it was gonna work then. So he just gave him the keys. If he was over here, Bill, what that mean? If I'm over the house, I can't get in it. If I'm over the house, got the key. And whatever I lose and whatever I bound, that's what it is. And Pharaoh gonna back me up. See, you had to understand that from a simple side. He thought, what that mean by, all that foolishness. All that foolishness. Now you done just call COVID over everybody. Folks sick. They're just sick. So these folks don't realize that what he was trying to get you to see, you need to understand. See, he had that food put up for a reason, because there was a famine coming. And Yahushua told you about there was a famine coming too. He told us going to be famine and pestilence too. Amus 8 and 11. And Billy said, I don't mean to Amusha, or maybe I do. They call it Amos, Amus. Make it 8 and 10. Listen.
Then I shall turn your festivals into mourning, and all your shirim into lamentation.
You know what's interesting about that too? What they gonna do at that festival? You remember he told you about when this stuff come? He said, palal don't be on your Shabbats.
Yeah.
What would make my muhart wind up being where it's gonna be tears and crying? What if you got attacked on them?
Yeah.
He told you, he said, palal, it don't be on the Shabbat. Or one of your Kudashim. Listen.
And I shall bring sackcloth on all loins, and baldness on every head, and I shall make it like the mourning for and only one, and the end of it like a bitter yum.
He's talking about just like one mourning and crying for their only child. Can you imagine that? The weeping wails in my hair, that's the only one I had. He said, that's how I'm gonna make it. That's what it was on them. People didn't realize what happened when Yahushua was on the tooth, why it got dark. Those called sackcloth. The darkness was similar to sackcloth. That's why he covered the shamash. You ain't gonna believe it. Elohim saw a harp the alarm. You know what he did? So if I gave my only begotten, what was I going to be doing? Mourning. So what was going to be similar to show you that I was mourning? Sackcloth. See, you got to know how to do math. You got to understand equations. Y'all don't understand math, do you? Pay attention to the equation. How am I going to tell you that when I told you, what you should have covered, I told you I gave my only begotten, that I was going to be mourning. So you should have paid attention to the sackcloth. Why? I'm sorry, because some other people later on, they wind up saying, surely this would have been Elohim. How would they come up with that? They paid attention to all of the odds and Shamayim in here.
Yeah.
And knew that this would have been Elohim. He mourned for his son. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, trying to help y'all out. See, that's why it was with Benjamin he was looking at. That's why your code kept trying to tell his other Akim. He tried to let them know about it. He said, my Isha, she bore me too. The one I lost to a raven and beast. Now, if this one go down, he said, man, that thing will take a lot out of me. He was trying to know, that's my only one. I got rid of the other one. See, these people don't know. Listen, I ain't even good at this. Listen, these people don't know what they're doing. Don't follow these people. Their intent is not pure for what they're trying to tell you. People don't have no idea what they're doing. That's why he told you, I clothed the Shamayim with sackcloth. And they had no idea why. Why was he doing? What was he mourning? The first thing you should ask, what was he mourning about? My only son. My only son. That's what I was mourning about. These people have, how many of y'all didn't know that? You weren't supposed to. You weren't supposed to. But then he letting you know he know. See, the relationship changing. He said, now you become a Auryah, a companion, a friend. I tell you all things. You know, they just think, it just got dog. Yep, that's exactly what it was. I wouldn't argue with you. He put sackcloth on the Shamayim. I told you, I gave you my only begotten. That's why the mourning he was going to have for Benjamin was different than he had for Joseph. Because I still had one.
Right.
Remember when Adam left, he said, how he clothed it with blackness? My Isha got me too. She got me too. Now if I lose this one, this will really hurt if I lose this one. That's why I try to tell people, take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time. You want to get you one, make sure your preacher dumb. And make sure he dumb as a sack of rock. Start asking how to spell a bunch of words and come on. And he started getting all on right. Said, yeah, it ain't you. I'm finna get up here. It ain't you. Yeah, come back. I can spell more than that. I said, yeah, it ain't you. It ain't gonna be you. You're gonna be too smart. I don't need a real diamond. You ain't like Lamont Sample still standing over the girl left. Boy, I tell you, when that young girl walked up and left you up down, you look like a real diamond.
That's right.
That right, like a real diamond standing
right.
up there. Let's see what he told her right quick. Come on, finish.
Yes,
Amus.
sir.
Listen.
Behold, Yamim are coming, declares
The days are coming?
Adonai Yahuah,
That's what he say.
that I shall send a Ra'ab on the Arats.
Oh my goodness. You gonna set a famine in the land?
Yes, sir.
Y'all got enough food? How many of y'all got deep freezers? How many of y'all got freezers on your refrigerators? Make sure y'all stack up that refrigerator. How many of y'all got cabinet pantries? Just load them up. Come on.
Not a Ra'ab for Lakam.
Not a, huh?
Yes,
Not
sir.
for food?
Yes, sir.
How many of y'all, you know what y'all, we need to get them water machine crystal, anybody got those? I got them at the job, we got one. Anybody got them, where you can get them jugs of water? Anybody keep water in the house? So I need y'all to get out here as soon as we get finished, go and load up with water. He sent a famine, not gonna build bread. What happened?
Nor a thirst for Ma'im.
So we got all that water stacked up in that food against the famine. Goodness.
Ain't gonna happen.
What happened?
But rather for Shama the Dabarim of Yahuah.
You can find, listen, you can walk out that door, man, every 2 feet you can find another one.
Nope.
And the only reason we know it because Mizraim. See, he knew they would, see, people watching you, they already knew they would know to make reserves for this. But you can't reserve against this.
Right.
He said, I'm gonna put a famine in the land. The first thing they started doing, that's why these folks sucking up all the land. Y'all see why these folks sucking them up? Y'all seen, Rick was on that talking about, man, they building these doomsday style, all them folks, and Elon, I'm just using, I'm just saying, what they say, I'm storing food and putting up my water for getting. He just told them, he said, it's not gonna be that famine. Y'all remember we had them backpacks, load them up, and y'all said we still been packing them up. Cause he said, that's not gonna be it. You're gonna miss it. He said, it's not gonna be for bread. It ain't gonna be because, I know you watching other places, man, people down a third. He said, that's not it.
Right.
What it's gonna be?
But rather for Shama, the Dabarim of Yahuah.
It's gonna be for hearing the word of Yahuah. What they gonna do, son?
And they shall wander from Yom to Yom,
From sea to sea.
and from the north even to the Shadim.
See that? From the north, from that noisy place up there, even to the Shadim.
Yes, sir.
Shadim
I'm
to
sorry,
the demon?
Kadim.
Kadim. I said Shadim. They don't run to the demon? He pointed his seat up, that's his seat over there. We about to take that seat. I was like trying to say, I don't know if they run into the demons? I'm like, what? Man, that's why, you see why you can't, listen. Boy, we'd had one of them smart preachers, cause they make their stuff and they put their laptop in the podium. They'd have read that, they had a Shadim. They said, our Father. You messed somebody up bad. So when you're saying east, yeah, Kadim. You do that, Kadim. Kadim the east, Kadim also the wind. So actually on the Kadim, when you're going to say to the east, I think you want to put the A at the end, Kadima.
Kadima.
A suffix at the end. When you're using not like the Yam for the west, you will put the A at the end. That's their suffix. They use an A for it, referring to, because Yam is actually referring to the water. So if you're using Yam for west, Yam, you got to put the A at the end for a suffix. I know, don't be counting me no nothing now. I'm telling y'all now, it's tough. But yeah, you would actually put the A on the end for Kadima. So y'all remember that you're doing that when you're facing toward the east? Because Kadim is wind. It's also the wind. So you're saying Kadim, which one you talking about, the wind or you talking about the east? So till they'll use an A at the end when they were using it for direction as a suffix. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
They can look it up. If I'm wrong, I take it. They can look it up and say. Go ahead.
They shall roam about to seek the Dabar of Yahuah,
They're going to roam about to seek the bar of Yahuah.
but they shall not find it.
Y'all remember what happened during COVID? We had that food shortage. Yeah, we did. Remember, when they had started rationing, I'm sorry, they had rationing. I started rationing. You go to the store, you get 1-2 meats. I remember taking some money. Now, how many they stop you from getting now? Because Yahuah can't be no liar.
That's right.
I told you it won't be there. You know when you can go in there, you only get 2 cases of water.
Many as you want.
But now how many you can get?
Many as you want.
Because Yahuah can't be no liar.
That's right.
That's why I let you go. You trying to figure out. I thought a famine would come and we in here eat, and that's why Fogo shut down. Matter of fact, Fogo getting you a coupon cutting the price.
Yes, sir.
That's how you, listen, in the worst time you seen, because Yahuah can't be no liar.
Yes, sir.
I told you it wasn't going to be for no food, and it's not going to be for water. It's going to be for hearing, for Shama. And these people trying to find it, they're not going to get it.
Nope.
They're not going to get it. I keep trying to tell you, it's not for everybody. He purposely said it that way. Mizraim wasn't designed, when he made it shorter, it wasn't designed to feed everybody. It wasn't designed to feed everybody. Those people took losses. Yahuah set up against the Yum. And he let them know, when it come in and hit y'all, I've been trying to set up for y'all. I told y'all. Let me tell you something, man. They just tell you, anybody try to set up with this synagogue to get in that set up. Now I'm talking about really set up to make cover this thing, to make sure we cover. I've been seeing this stuff coming.
Yeah.
I've been told y'all, what we got to do, You getting them spirit fight, these fight with these fight. I be like, here they go. I'm going to get rid of you. Because I'm tired. I can't do it. I already seen it coming. I already know what we got to do. We're going to set ourselves up the day coming. You're a fool if you don't get it. You're just a fool. I don't get it. I don't see what y'all do. Y'all know how long I've been doing this? I trying to prove myself. What I gain out of y'all loss? What I gain out of y'all starvation? I gain nothing. Absolutely nothing. I gain absolutely nothing. I had to fight and drag y'all tooth and nail to get y'all like, as soon as y'all see like, yeah, we together now. Like, I've been doing the same thing the whole time. Whole time been doing the same thing. People try to work for y'all good. Y'all terrible when sometimes y'all fight y'all fight tooth and nail. It ain't about having come there. Why y'all don't trust Yahuah? He got you this far, showed you this much for preacher to beat you. That's a reflection of him. He told you, he said, whoever minded me, he said, I'm not going to put you to shame. I'm not going to put you to shame. But y'all covered him in everything else. That's why stuff don't work for you. Because you don't have no confidence in Yahuah. You don't have to trust me, trust Yahuah. Yahuah going to do what he say he going to do every time. He come through. And we all should be starved out. We all should be somewhere. That should be us so that bummed down our kids dying. Lifeless bodies in our hands. Keep on keeping us.
Yes, sir.
Keep on keeping. And you just keep on trying to keep resisting. Let's see how it work out right quick. See that almost 3 and 3. I got to finish this up for my cool right quick. We still doing mathematical equation. Now I come back over and I show them something else. It don't take that long. I can put them in there together. I told you, I learned from the old folk down there, and you put the first and the 12th graders in the same room. All that stuff got to get special school, divide them up, run them out, build 2 schools right beside each other. Man, they put them build together, bring y'all behind and sit down somewhere. You can't have first grader, they didn't say, why you can't? Make they behind sit down and do what they need to do. All this stupid stuff got to take 3-year kids and put them by themselves. Boy, they got the most illiterate system I've seen in my life. 6, 7, 8 can't be with nobody else. Well, what they gonna do next year? Right. I don't get it, man. We had 1 through 7, then you did 8 through 12. That was it. They really could put all of it together.
Yeah.
Put the decimal that save a whole lot. They build a lot of fooling around. Let them 12 acting stupid. Say you're behind for me. I take you behind right in that 1st grade class. Sit you down. I had you coloring finger paint and let your friend look at you. Big dummy. That's why I don't want to put. I shame your behind. Yeah, that's right. They need that dunce seat. Get one in here and put that cone on your head. Then, it gonna mess him up. So he already messed up. He been doing no work. This ain't gonna do no more to him. Always trying to baby something they ain't doing what they need to do. Get on my nerve. Come on, finish this up. Almost 3 and 3. Listen.
Shall 2 halak together?
Said do what now?
Halak together.
You hear what he said? Can 2 walk together?
Unless they have made an appointment.
Said they made an appointment. You ain't gonna believe it. And guess what happened? Let's see something right quick. 4. So that read a little different. Pick that up right quick. 4 and 1 Galatians. It don't take long. Listen.
Now I say to the heir, every time that he is a yalit.
He said every time. That's in the air. They ain't just wrong. He's saying because you got to make it practical. Can't make it just by him. Somebody that come in possession. Every time an heir, a person that come in possession. Say if I'm 60 years old, I come into an heir. Where did I start off at? I didn't start off where I was, where I came into possession. Say my mom passed. She the last left. She give me the goods. I get the good today. Where did I start at though? So let's go back to every heir that come in possession. And they start how? What he wanted you to know?
That he is a yalit.
A yalit? Okay, young. Come on.
He has nothing between him and an abad.
Y'all see that? So guess what happened? Let me borrow for a second. Wait, hold on, you Ryder. Come on, Ryder. Let's get Ryder against the axe. Come here right there. Come here. Stand right here. Right here. So now, do we have some kind of big? Come on there a little bit. Lee come on here. So now you get what happened. Me and Lee both are heirs, but the problem is we got something in between us. See what I'm saying? So it's something that kind of holds or makes a difference in between us. So now I'm just using this symbolically. So he told you the heir, as long as he's a child and he's a yalit, he said he has nothing. So we'll look at him as a petition. Something's blocking. Turn him something that's blocking and keeping us from getting each other from us being exact. So he said, as long as he's a child, he don't have anything between them. So that makes him and I exact. As children, we grow up just like Yahushua. They tried to tell them the same thing when they came to Auryah. When they came down to prime, he talking about how he prayed earnestly and how when he prayed earnestly, how the Shamayim and how the Shamayim gave rain. Remember how the Shamayim, when he prayed and how they was shut up for 3 years and 6 months? Right. And after that, he prayed again, right? Mm-hmm. He tried to tell you to do the same thing. And then separate between y'all. He started telling me how much you got right quick. You can pick me up in your code right quick, 5. 5'9", 5'7". Let's see what they said. I'll come back over. It's the same thing. I'll work it out. You're cold. Me and Yahuah. Jacob. They call it James. Listen, 5 and 7.
Therefore, his dam are applied to my Akim until the coming of their done. Behold, the farmer waits for the precision produce of their rots.
Precise or precision? What?
Precious.
I mean, it's precision. You see what they
Precious
done? The farmer
produce of
wait.
their rots.
So the farmer, who we gonna look at? The farmer. Who we gonna look at too? We're gonna look at the father. That's what a farmer is, a father. When you get a woman pregnant, what is he waiting on? That's who waiting on. That's the seed, the precious fruit. But they understood it from farming. When a farmer put the seed in the ground, that's what he waiting on. That's what he anticipates. What he's saying about he's anticipating. What is he doing? When a farmer puts seed in, what is he doing? Man, that junk ain't gonna do nothing. He's anticipating a crop,
right?
Something coming in.
Right.
Okay? He said the same thing with a father, but he had to explain it to you from a farming position. When a man put down seed, when he can pregnant a woman, he puts down seed. So his anticipation is he waiting on the precious fruit, because that fruit is gonna something he's gonna come in possession of. Okay? Look.
Wanting that the early rains are coming down on it and the latter rains.
So where did he get that from?
Tour.
Hello? The who? That's the rip. That's right. He made it. He said, I give you the first and the latter rain. Y'all need to know that. That's what he told me. He gave us our land. That's how we knew. That's how you understood how things align. Again, we're doing equations. He put you somewhere. He said he looked upon his land. He said, I give it the first and the latter rain. Both those rains are going to be exact. I give it to you when you plant, then I give it to you before you harvest. That's how we start keeping up with our time. See, these folks don't pay attention. These are equations. These are mathematical equations. So you know, he understands that knowing the time. Time's a number, right? So we're doing equations. Okay, things have to align themselves. Okay, listen.
So you also be patient, establish your lob, for the coming of the Adon is near.
See that? Just like, see that? Same way you wait when you put seed in the ground, because this was their occupation. You waited. You know, when you put the seed in the ground, you know it didn't come right back up. A man know he get a woman pregnant that day, he ain't gonna get it tomorrow except for Danny. Sandy, she can break certain laws. But the rest of us men, we know we gotta wait. So he's telling you this, so now he's telling you to wait. What are you basing your weight off of? Because David said wait. No, you're talking to people that understand about planting. See, I'm saying, what do you understand wait from? Waiting. Because you don't let people make you stupid, okay? They understood when they put it, they're waiting. So guess what we understood it? That's just like we Yahushua. They understood we were waiting for the crop to come in. Okay? We waiting for the seed to whom the promise was made. Come on.
Do not grumble, my Akim,
like y'all
against
do
one another. Let ye be Shaphat.
There should be Shabat. You haven't been judged already. Go ahead.
Behold, the Shaphat is standing at the door.
See that? The Shabat is standing at the door. We haven't heard that before, didn't we? Where we heard that? Who? What cousin said? Do what now? He stand at the door and knock. No, you were actually told it when they brought in the harvest, when Cain brought in the harvest and when Abal brought him in. And he clearly told him, if you do it right, shall not. That's why we had what we call the year of acceptance. But you wouldn't know that, would you? Remember, they brought crops in. One brought his herd, the other one brought his crop. So what time of year was this? And he told me, well, if you don't, Auryah crouches at the door. And he clearly told you that man was the Auryah or the Mathathyahu of Yehudah. Right. These folks think a real lion gonna come eat them up. So it's always significant that they paid attention to things. That's why I told you, people try to teach that it doesn't work unless you understand their culture. Because you're going to play with words and you don't understand the culture. That's why I told the folks you error, because you didn't know the Ketuvim, If I don't know how Elohim power, how he work, I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. Which means I'm gonna start using approximate versus being precise. Go figure. Listen.
Ma'akim, the Nabaim who spoke in the Shem of Yahuah, as they are to you as an example of suffering and patience.
Go ahead.
Behold, we count them Barak, which endured.
That's what we do. Go ahead.
You have Shama of the endurance of EU,
See that?
and
You
have
heard of the
seen the
picture of
outcome of Adon, of the Adon,
See that? You seen the outcome of the Adon, of the master. Go ahead.
that Yahuah is full of compassion and kindness.
That's what it did. So I thought it'd be Kesadim, loving kindness. Remember I told you about Hasadim? Okay. They have it C-H-A, but I use H-H-A. H-H-A. Sadim. S-D-Y-M. They'll do D-I-M. Hasadim. That's loving kindness. H-H-A-S-D-Y-M. They'll spell it C-H-A. S-D-I-M. Only reason why I kind of beg the difference because based off of what they call the cop, the wall, how they show you and it looks like a ladder with the two lines, that looks like the H. I can't get a from a CH, but a double H sounds more practical. But let me say that if you spell a CH and you do the same performance, I ain't gonna fight you. You know, I ain't gonna wait that time. I'm not finna wait. Man, you finna go to hell. You put CH. Any letter you put down is wrong because they don't have letters. They have symbols. Remember, our people wrote in hieroglyphs. Their scripting changed when they mixed in with other people. That's when they came in with the Aramaic type writing skill. That was their original writing with hieroglyphs. Pictures. That's when you write with pictures because they tell you a picture worth 1,000 words. It's amazing. And one day with Yahuah is like 1,000 years. I picture that. I can picture that. So I kind of stayed where I am for now. He changed. I'm open to change. And y'all gotta forgive me for a lot of stuff I do, because I told you I'm not that smart, so I don't know how like just stay right with that and like, oh, this just keep. Yeah, I just kind of look at practical. I look at stuff adding up, equations. That's all I try to look at, the real equation, the whole equation. Sometimes people try to answer, fix problem, they don't even know the whole equation. That way he looked at. He see you trying to fix something, you don't even know the whole equation. Okay? So come on, we're finishing up. Come on.
Yes, sir.
You talking about EU and how we count them and how we saw the outcome of the done. Listen.
But above of all things, Ma'akim,
Do what?
do not swear neither by the Shamayim, nor by the Arats,
Why?
nor with any other oath.
Why?
But let yes be that is to you yes, and no that is to you no, lest you fall in the hands of Mashpah.
See that? And they gonna fall into judgment. I swear, I promise you. Yeah, he said, don't you do. You just say yes or no. Before he do that, say you're firm. I agree to tell the truth, but I can't get in all that swearing on stuff. He said I can't do it. You swear before God. I don't swear before nothing. I tell you something, that's what it is. That's far as I can go with it. He said, otherwise I'm gonna come up in the mosh pot. I can't go again. I can't put him up against that. I could be wrong. I just tell you what I know. Listen, I tell you, they said we speak that which we do know, and we testify what we seen. That book, I ain't swearing nothing. He said, I just speak what we do know, and we testify to what we seen. Come on.
Is anyone among you that is suffering? Let him palal.
That's what he said. If y'all suffering, he said, call preacher. He said, preacher, I show you suffering. Pray for me. Y'all do stuff, I just let y'all keep going, because it just show you intelligent level again. Preacher, I've shown up been suffering. You'll pray for me. It's amazing. He said, if anyone you suffering, call which one of shower?
Let him palal. And who would benefit his lob, let him tahala.
Why you ain't singing? Listen.
Is anyone among you that is sick?
Do what?
Then he must kara for the Zakanim of the assembly, and let them palal over him.
And I palal over you.
Mashiach him with oil in the Shem of Yahuah.
In the Shem of Yahuah.
And the palal of the Amunah shall save the sick. And Yahuah shall comb him up, and whose kataim shall be forgiven to him.
So about that, make sure, cause when he told him, who kataim, because it don't make sense that you hear you unless you hear you completely. That was the difference when Yahushua was coming. He was trying to hear. That's why he said, whosoever the being set free. Because I just didn't hear you naturally. I hear you rocking it too. So I move your sin. See, sin is a sickness. People didn't realize it all equated to something. That if you were sick, it had something to do with sin. So the prayer that he gave the palal of it, he said, hey, it'll be forgiven. It ain't everyone, but a lot of times it'll wind up, the conjunction come in to be sin. So he said, let's just go ahead and fix the whole thing. Because what we were doing before was imperfect. You were still leaving a man to come back and need something. Well, he was trying to come and make sure a man didn't have no lack. Hello, he that got much, and he that got a little. What he said they're gonna be called? That's a mathematical equation.
That's right.
Making sure everything was equal. Y'all make sense? That make sense to you? Come on, finish this up.
Confess your iniquities before one another.
See, that's what y'all don't do. Like, I tell you, confess. They're gonna be slick. Oh, okay. All right. That's why you still sin. You know, they think you hear maybe natural, but you still sense it. All right, I'm trying to help you. When Yahushua got the man up who had been laying out for 38 long years, what was wrong with that man? He couldn't walk, he couldn't do nothing. Somebody had to carry him out there, lay him out there. And Yahushua came and told him, take up his bed and walk. And then he saw the man later and told the man that if he sinned. So what are they healing from? They're healing from his sin. That's why letting you do it again. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to fall into condemnation. I just didn't hear you to get you up and get your fit. That's why a lot of y'all keep looking for physical healing. You need your ruach to fix.
Yeah.
A lot of folk physically get healed. That's why they go down and put, oh, my child, what about your sin? That's why they study. Well, he going to give it to you because he know you stupid. He said, I'll give you that. I ain't going to save you. So make sure you get stuff, it don't want to, and you make it compensate for being saved. If I just get that, that's enough. Be careful. You don't have for salvation. I can keep this. Why he told a man you can enter in the light halt? Right. You can go in having one eye. Go in having one. What the purpose of that? I ain't gonna trade that for no salvation. A lot of folks set out for salvation. I'm just telling y'all now, a lot of folks set out for salvation. They'll take that for salvation. I make sure I be clear. I don't want that for no salvation. I'll be clear with that. Not for no salvation. I can make it. Come on, finish this up.
And palal for one another, so that you may be healed, that the great power of the palal of a Sadiq one is the one crying out to Elohim strongly.
Pray for each other. Come on.
Yahuah was an Ish with a nature like ours.
You said he had a nature like ours?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And he palal with palal that there shall be no rain.
Yeah.
And it was no rain on the Arats for 3 Shanim and 6 Kadash. Then he sat down and palal, and the Shamayim poured rain.
Guess what he just did? When he bound it down, where he prayed up in the Shamayim? He was down here, and guess where he stopped the rain at? And when he prayed again, where he was in the Shamayim, and where the rain came from. See, this is not hard to put it. See, you just got to pay attention to equations. Pay attention to equations. See how things equal and pay attention to the signs. So what he told Cub, what Cub said, man, never heard that before. Boy, nigga ain't finna know how to act. This new, cause that's why this the New Testament. Don't let anybody make no fool out you. Don't let anybody make no, these folks will mess you up out here, okay? Cause they're not honest. And they just tell people the truth. I don't know what I'm doing. Just be honest. They don't know what they're doing. And they mess with a lot of people. What he told you, trying to let you know the connection. It got to make the equation got to make sense. Come on.
Then he sat down and palal, and the Shamayim poured rain, and the Arats brought forth its pari. Ma'akim, if any among you strays from the Amat, and one turns him back, please let him know that he who turns a kataim from the stubbornness of his Darak.
Sinner. See what he did? Now, why do you use stubbornness? Huh? It's the same equation. That's what you were told when you were paying attention to the 15th chapter of first Aleph Shemuel. He said rebellion is as. He's doing the equations. He said you have to make it, because you know what I'm saying? I don't see that the same. He said, no, it's the same. Look at the equation. It's the same thing. And stubbornness, it's just like idolatry. He said, you turn a sinner from idolatry. Okay, he said stubbornness. Because this is why you look at it. You're not turning when you're being told to do something. So you're not adhering, which means stick fast to Yahuah's Dabar. Who you listening to? See, idolatry. Because he's the only living Elohim. So when Elohim spoke in Ra Shyth, he established the order. Everything he said, it took a little while. You know, smile like, then finally it came, everything came. He said, tube. He said, let the rock bring forth vegetation. He said, tube. Everything was obeying order. So he was trying to establish so you knew how to follow. He said, I'm trying to do equation. Everything come and do exactly what I tell it, except for you. That's why you don't fit in the Malkut. Because everything in there was tube. It was all following the pattern. Everything knew exactly what to do. I'm just following the pattern. You got break patterns. Okay. Come on. We probably don't need to look up no more words, do we? These words, man, they cause a whole lot of trouble. Listen.
He shall save his nafash from moot, and shall cover up a multitude of kataim.
See that? So the reason why we went and we read this in 5th chapter, because why was he trying to tell you about Auryah and how he was a man with the same nature? Yet when he did things, he was honest. Look how things work for him. The Shamaim aligned themselves with him. See, they'll align themselves with you if you do it. See, y'all don't know how stuff works. 2 and 11, Auryah. Listen.
For today a Savior was born to you,
Pay
who is the
attention.
Mashiach, the Adon, in the city of Daud.
Pay attention. Auryah, 2 and 11. When he told you was?
Today a Savior was born to you, who is the Mashiach, the Adon, in the city of Daud.
Pay attention. What time did he just tell you it was? Day. And that was that night. Because if you pay attention to how time aligns itself, it starts night, the day in the middle, night. Pay attention. This is where you start at. Night, day, night, day. That's why he was born in that day. When they put him with 2, 3, where was he at? Day star. That's where the day at. Remember, they crucified him with 2 who? 2 nights. Only thing set between 2 nights?
Day.
This is what I do for a living. They told you when he was born. I knew you were born that day. What was it? It was night. That's how we know he the day star. Come on, look. This don't take long. This just ring with y'all. Listen.
For today a Savior was born to you, who is the Mashiach, the Adon, in the city of Daud.
And see, the only reason that happened, because the night represented the people. He was light. And the people just couldn't comprehend it. Where would you put light at? Where it's dark. And that's why he told you he was born that day. See, light had come. Hold what you got. Don't take long. Mathathyahu, 4th chapter. 4, let's say 4 and 7. Mathathyahu. Listen.
Yahushua said to him, It has also been katab, you shall not try Yahuah your all.
Don't test him. Listen.
Again, Satan took him to a very high har and showed him all the malkuth of the Auryah
All the empires of the alarm.
and their kabul.
And their glory.
And he said to him, all these things I shall give you if you fall down and shakah me.
And that's what the athletes, and that's what these rappers, that's what these singers, that's what they all have taken. He's not the only person who take and do that. These people do it all the time. And that's why I try to tell, why y'all think these people, y'all don't think it's amazing, all these folks all of a sudden now billionaires? When you ever heard of billionaires? Michael Jackson had $250 million. We thought that was all the money in the world. Who remember he had $250 million? He done bought the bones of the Elephant Man. He bought the Beatle catalog. Yep. Then he got $1 billion. I think Kanye said he worth $11 billion. When we ever heard these numbers?
Yeah.
The richest folk of the world way back then, them folk from England, none of them folk had $1 billion. All these folk were $100 million. And they could buy the alarm. Then he got simple guys have 3 billion, 11 billion, 4 billion, and crying they need money.
Yeah.
Because Satan take them up. And you know what they want to do? I want to be richer than the next man. I want to be better than the next man. None of these people learn to be content. Everybody want to be bigger than the next man, better than the next man. And so what happened? He get them in here, and next thing you know, they sell out for it. See, now this what y'all believe. I don't believe people sell their soul to the devil. So what is this right here? This is just a story? Satan is literally taking him, showing him this stuff.
Yeah.
Saying, I can give you this here. Now, I try to tell you, I be looking at these people. I guarantee you this, ain't no story gonna come about me selling out, putting nothing in my mouth and nothing in my hand.
That's right.
Cutting no deal with nobody.
Come on.
I guarantee you that. Listen.
Then Yahushua said to him, go from me, Satan, for it is katab, you shall shakah Yahuah your all and serve him only.
You know what? Hold on, Satan. How much? But these folks gone. He be like, you ain't gotta give me that much. Man, they better they don't feel factor. This ain't the first time I had a penis in my mouth for Joe Rogan. Man, I'm put out here a cow penis. They don't have for 10. This ain't my first time, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan will give it for $10,000 off feel factor. Say this way too much for me. Listen.
Then Satan left from him, and behold, Mashaly came and began to sharaf to him.
See that? They began to minister to him. Come on.
And it came to pass when Yahushua was Shama that Yahuchanan had been taken into custody, he withdrew into the Auryah of the Galil.
Listen.
And leaving from Nazareth, he came and settled in Kafar Nakum, which is by the Yam side, in the region of Zebulun and Naphtali.
Listen.
This was to fulfill what was spoken through Yashayahu the Nabi, saying,
Listen.
The Auryah of Zebulun and the Auryah of Naphtali by the Darak of the Yam, beyond the Yarden, Galil of the Goim.
Listen.
The who were sitting in Kashak.
Pay attention. The people that were sitting in darkness
saw a great Auryah.
What great light could you possibly see? The day star. What great light could you see? A kukabin?
Shamash.
You sitting in darkness. Listen.
And those who were sitting in the Auryah and shadow of Mut.
The one that was sitting in the devil. You remember he said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the
shadow of Mut,
I shall fear. Why? Thy who? That's right. The matah, the rod, the staff. So because the light. How you think I can walk among these people out here? Man, these people kill you. Yeah. You think when the sun went down? Go figure. I'm walking around, these folks will kill you. Yeah. He said, I walk through the valley of the shadow of these people. He said, but I won't fear them because you're with me. Because I got the light, I can see these people. Hello? That's why he tried to tell. He said, while I'm with you, he said, I'm the Yahuah. Don't pay attention. Tell them what happened, and to those that sit in the region of the shadow of death.
Upon them a Auryah dawned.
See that? See that done dawned. He done set himself. See that? This man done showed himself to him. Come on, finish up right quick. Back up the second chapter of the book of Auryah. We at 2, 11, 13? 2 and 13, Auryah. I just came to show y'all that.
12.
12. Listen.
This shall be an ox for you that
See
you
that? There's gonna be a sign for you. What happened?
that you shall find a baby that is swaddled and laying in a feeding trough.
He gonna be wrapped up in a blanket. Come on.
Suddenly there was with the Malaki the vast legion of the Shamayim, and they were Tahala Alahim,
Seen
and
a
saying,
host of these. They were seeing a host of these Malakim, and they were praising Yahuah. Come on.
Kabod to the highest to Alahim,
Glory to the highest.
and on their rots, Shalom among Anashim of his kind.
So why were they doing it up there and down here? Not to mention, he told you as he living, he said all the along gonna be filled with his kabod. So everything got a line. I ain't said lying. They have to align.
Right.
Listen.
And it came to pass when the Malaki had ascended from them into the Shamayim, the shepherds said to one another, let us cross over to Beth Lakam and see this event
To
that
the house of
Yahuah has
bread.
informed us about.
Listen.
And hurrying, they came and found Marim and Yosef and the Yalet, and he was lying in a feeding trough.
Mm-hmm.
And they saw and proclaimed the debar that had been told to them about this Yalet.
Mm-hmm.
And all those who Shama were amazed about the things that were told to them by the shepherds.
Yeah.
But Marim guarded these things and pondered them in her lob.
The thing that you want to look at when you pay attention, and now I thought I should have told them about that kukabin that they followed, that a line that set over them. But the thing was, everything they told them in 2 and 11, you know what they told them? They told them under you were born, what was it? This June? What about?
In the city of Daoud.
He said nothing, in the city of Daoud. And guess where they went to? To the house of bread.
Yeah.
What was his city?
Beth Lakam.
Bethlehem. That's how things align themselves up. They make sense for them to stay where they was at. They had to go to where it was. So define things just like they were told. That's how they knew things added up. That's not how the equation makes sense. So a lot of times you look at sometimes people look, equations don't make sense why they can't have problems. They have problems with math because sometimes equations don't make sense to them. It's the same thing that happened to come to salvation, why people don't possess it, because the equation don't make sense. Right. See, you trying to get something that you can't get where you at. That's why they had to go down. Hello? Yes, sir. And that's the goal, to make sure we get this thing and get to perfection. To make sure we really kind of understand what we're doing and stop trying to just deal with approximate and try to get the more concise or precise. That's our goal at the end of the day, what we're trying to do. I'm going to finish up one more thing for them. And then 14 and 11 of the book of Yaramyahu, because I'm bouncing and going. I got to cover our cool. They told me they didn't quite get the, when I was trying to tell them about the, him saying how the Isha Elohim, how he could bind some, lose some, find a connection. And I tell them that these people don't realize why he tell them why you're supposed to obey them and have a rule over them and submit yourself. Because they're Shomer. 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 Well, you know it's not actually an E. They're watching for you. They're watching over you. That's what you do when you're Shomer. You're watching over. Shomer. We ain't gonna fight them on their word today. That's what a Shomer is. They're watching over. That's why I told you, because they're watching over you. See, when Balaam, when he saw Yasharal, you know where he said he saw him from? He said he saw him from the top of the heart. What was he doing?
Watching over.
See, Yahuah had him watching over him. Because you the one that can curse him. You the one that can call out them. So I want you to watch over them. So when I tell you I want you to call out these people, I want you to call them. When I tell you I want you to barak them, I want you to barak them. And I'm going to do the same thing up here. We're going to align this thing. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. Okay. Listen.
So Yahuah said to me.
This is 14:11 of the book of Yaramyahu. Matter of fact, give me 9. 14:11 Yaramyahu. And I'm trying to get ready to let y'all go and get me something to eat too. Come on. Y'all got to watch this documentary. Y'all. Jeremiah, I'm sorry for those watching if you don't know them. Yahuah. 14. What's that, 10?
9.
Make it 9. Make it 9. All right, come on.
Why should you be as an Ish dismayed, as one mighty who cannot save? Yet you are
Hear
in
that?
our midst.
He
O
said,
Yahuwah.
why should you be made as a mighty Ish, that cannot save? You know what they asked him when he was up on the tomb? He saved others. Himself he cannot save. And you didn't know why they said it. And he was asking that. You got to figure, you got to look at their standpoint. You're dealing with a Nabar, right? Nabar is looking at something and it's kind of vague. Because I see you and I see you saving people. Then I see you and you can't help yourself. I see your strength, but why should you be as a mighty one that cannot save? So you got to remember why. Because it wasn't quite clear yet. You kind of saying something, but you don't see the whole. That's why he said, let her hit a conclusion. Because you kind of get bits and pieces. There's no way for Yaramyahu to get the whole conclusion. It's only enough for him to get bits and pieces. I see you doing it, then I see you as a mighty one that cannot save. Even look at when you saw Shamshun. They saw him as a mighty one. But then when they put his eyes out and saw him grinding, why should you be as one that cannot save? So when the people told him he saved others, himself he cannot save. That's when we understood it. We'd have never got it had that not happened. So what happened at that point, explained. When it got clear to us, at that point, he explained it. He told you, he said, the day gonna come, y'all gonna say, physician, why should you be in one? Say yourself. See, it's a lot of stuff you don't know. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. He wasn't expecting you to know it. He knew I gotta get paid. He said that man got a check, he gotta work. He gonna need that check next month. Cause Smitty gonna wanna do something and ain't nothing free. All right, listen. That's my personal business. Come on.
Yet you are in our midst, O Yahuwah, and your Shem.
That's amazing. He was in their midst. That's right. He was in the midst of them. Y'all see that? And so Yaramyahu, this is what people don't realize. These folks sound how they just run. You're seeing this and you trying to like put it together so you giving bits so the people hearing it, they definitely don't know. Right. They hear you trying to figure out a mighty one and made like it can't save. I'm trying to put this together. Because Yahuah the mighty one, and Yahuah done told you, there's none that can deliver out of my hand. So what could he possibly be talking about? We're talking about somebody surrendering all for you. So when you start to learn all the circumstances, it makes sense. But that's why he had to tell you how no man had taken it. Because it don't make sense. That no man can deliver out of your, that none can deliver out your hand, and then you can't save. That's why he had to let them know, no man don't take my life. I lay it down. Yahuwah couldn't have saw that. Lo, I come. There's no way he could have saw it. That meant the Torah would have been perfection. Right. See, it's imperfect. How could he have seen that? So guess why we understand that Yahuwah is perfect and Yahushua was perfect? Because now we see it. See, they don't understand what they read. You're dealing with people that tell you bits and pieces about something. So it's fragmented.
Right.
It's vague to them. It didn't get clear to Yahushua. That's how we knew he was the light of the world. That's how we knew. He made it clear. Listen.
Yet you are in our midst, O Yahuwah, and your Shem is Kara on us. Do not forsake us.
If my people which are called by my name. So he said, so we looking for some people. He said his name was going to be upon us. Y'all hear that? Come on.
Thus says Yahuwah to this arm.
What did he say to this arm?
Even so, they have a hob to wonder.
These people love to go to and fro. They love to be air where they ain't got no business. What happened?
They have not restrained their regal.
They ain't kept their feet.
Therefore, Yahuwah does not accept them.
That's That's why y'all be careful. Y'all be doing stuff. Remember he told them they come in the house, the best out of him? Keep your feet.
That's right.
Because they had a big problem. They would be in and out and going. A lot of stuff y'all do, I wouldn't do, but y'all do it anyway. Y'all do a lot of stuff I wouldn't do, but that's just me. Y'all be all over the place too. A lot of stuff that's just me. I don't, but whatever reason we do everything. And I mean, it's symbolic to the reason he looked, these people everywhere, and he was trying to get them to become stable as Abraham was. Abraham didn't go everywhere. When he got there, he stayed right there in that land. That's why he dwelt there. Those people kept moving around a lot. So I think it was symbolic to people to learn how to keep their feet. Stop going, because you open yourself and make yourself susceptible to a lot of things. And a lot of stuff y'all so immature on. When I say immature, from a Ruach Akne point of view, pay attention and more. You do see me all over the place? And who am I, a visitor? Y'all be everywhere. Y'all be done starting. No, I tell you not to do what you do it anyway. It's just everywhere. I said, well, that's just how you are anyway. You just don't pay attention to stuff. Just pay attention. And you might think it's a small thing, but it plays a part with your obedience. Shama, listening intelligently. He said these people love to wander. And he said, and you know what? I'm not going to hold that against them. What did he say?
Therefore, Yahuah does not accept them.
How much move around and make you want to do? This ain't their first time hearing this. So nothing moves you. That's what I'm trying to get you. Now you ask yourself, when did this say something different before you heard it? He said, and I will receive them, and you should be my sons and my daughters. That ain't what he said. He said, that's why I don't accept them. Listen. Because he said that. Did Yaramyahu say that? Yahuah wrote it, and we're hearing from him. Who said they don't accept them? But Yaramyahu wrote it. Who said they don't accept them? Yahuah. Who wrote it? Listen.
Now he shall zakar their iniquity.
He shall remember. Now see, this is what he's looking at. Now I remember. I couldn't think. I remember sometimes you be a dead son and your parents, they'll look at you. I know what I probably got you for. You be thinking, oh my goodness, something done sparked their mind. You think they forgot that jump back up because they kept moving. He said, now I remember. Now I remember what it was with you. Now I remember. Go ahead.
And punish their kataim.
And I'm going to punish their sins. Come on.
So Yahuah said to me,
what did he say to you?
Do not palal for this for two.
Why he won't want him? I'm just curious. Why wouldn't he want them to pray for good things to happen to them? Because I remember what they done. Because I don't accept them. Because I remember what they done, I don't accept them. If you pray, we're going to be out of line. Because I can't afford for them to look like I don't hear you. So that you and I can be on the same, that's amazing, same page. Can you imagine that? The same page. You don't pray for them for their tube, and I'm finna pour out my indignation on them. Just equation, just a mathematical equation. I wouldn't worry about it if I was y'all. Because he said, because now I remember. And I don't want you getting in the way. Y'all got it? See, that's where Yahushua come in and shows you that he got in the way. He became your mediator. They don't even understand that. Think about it. These guys were perfectly allowing him, and he put them, don't pray for him. You know what Yahushua did when he got up on the tube? He told them, forgive you. He said, they don't know what they're doing. I wasn't even going to get involved, but they don't know what they're doing. That was for your tube. That's for your tube. Yaramyahu told them, don't palal for this people. Listen what happened.
When they fast,
you know that. He told them how to, when they came out and moving them shadim, what did he tell them they had to do? He said, you got to fast with it. What did he say?
When they fast,
when you fast,
I shall not shama to their cry.
I'm not going to listen to it. You're going to be crying out at me. I done starved myself. I ain't had nothing to drink because I'm poor. I'm all pulled out. Oh, Lordy. He said, I don't hear that stuff. I remember your kataim. Listen.
And when they offer burnt offerings and grain offering, I shall not accept them.
Take delight in that burnt offering. Huh? And what he say he going to do when they offer these burnt offerings?
I shall not accept them.
I don't want it. I put a lot of time in it. Y'all at least going to take some. I don't want it. Go ahead.
But I shall consume them by the sword, by Ra'ab, and by
By
pestilence.
famine and pestilence. And he told you it's going to be the day of vengeance on their people. What you think he killing people with? I know you look at the sword. What does a bullet tip look like? I know some are smart. Harder point, I know. You don't get the point too. Man, they still call it, you get the point. You don't get it. Oh, here on my ball. I know these people now. They don't move me one time. They don't move my ball. Y'all don't move me with your smart addicts. I know he said, I ain't even say nothing. You don't have to talk. My boss read, not books like Cat Williams. He read people.
That's right.
He even read the book about dump trucks. My boss know you. You try to get around him, it's gonna be bad for you. But that's what he did, he remembered these people. That's what I want y'all to learn. See, a lot of times people think they're smart, and they don't think that Isha, God, if an enemy ain't got nothing to do with your salvation, I know it. And that's why they may say for Yahushua to come and die, because a man don't have nothing to do with your salvation. And guys be trying to preach that stuff like a man got something to do with your salvation, and Yahushua, the spirit died. So how smart that conversation? That's why he let you know the heir, as long as he was a child, he was trying to tell you like, oh, Yahuah, it's the same nature. A man, not a spirit. That's what he was trying to tell you, because he was the heir, come in possession of, but he had to be just like you. That's the only way he could atone for you. Hello? Think about your offering, what you gave up. What was that they came out, what they offered up? They offered up dung, that come out of you. And what was the animal? Lamb. It's amazing. Because you're supposed to make a joyful noise to Yahuah. Who supposed to do that? All you lamb. How you supposed to serve him? Glad. How you supposed to come? With shir, with singing. And you're supposed to know ye that Yahuah, he is their done. And that he that hath made us and not. What are we again? Sheep. What was that animal you supposed to offer that day? You got to know how to do math. It equaled up. It has to equal out. Go figure. That's two.